Budweiser.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, maybe I should expand my taste buds a little bit.
All right, we are live actually. Let me see if I could get that video up. There it is. I'm gonna share it real quick.
You quit?
Oh hell yeah! I can share right there. Sharing it now. There you go.
Dude, this is like we could do some ASMR or whatever. You know?
How you doing that, sir?
Or like we can do those audiobooks like The Duck and the Frog. You know, it's like because it's so like clear. It's so clear now. I like it.
You gonna share it? Have you shared it, or you just gonna wait?
Oh, I shared the other things. Oh, the link?
Yeah, the actual video.
Yeah. My bad.
We want to go ahead and get like 5 seconds in before we get started. So if we're not talking much, that's why.
Yeah.
Just wait on him to go ahead and share this.
I shared.
You shared?
I shared.
All right, cool.
Gather our bearings.
No viewers yet.
They don't like us.
It's all good. We're doing this mostly for shits and giggles today, honestly.
Yeah, we are. And I have giggles. I just need the shits.
Bad thing about mineral water is that you get so gassy.
For real? That's
Like
what
crazy.
I'm trying to get away from. It's like I have anxiety so bad. Once my stomach reaches like this point.
Well, it relieves a lot of gas.
Oh yeah, because you're always
Yeah,
like,
you're always burping it. That's the good thing about it.
It's still like it starts it up, but for me it's like like okay, so I have had acid reflux when I was younger, and I think that like just messed my stomach up going forward.
Yeah.
So it was bad. Like for a whole year, dude, I was suffering, man. Like I mean, I couldn't have anything like in the slightest bit that was acidic at all, because it just messed with me so bad.
Yeah.
And so like when it comes to like being super gassy, it just like makes me feel like I can't breathe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, seeing that anxiety talking right there.
Yeah. So I'm just like right now, like that's how I feel. Even though I know I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know, it is. I don't know.
Have you been watching our episodes recently? The
one before the trucking one.
What was that one?
I don't know. I think you had like. Well, actually, technically, I watched the trucking one for like 5-10 minutes, but it was just like in one ear out the other. I was just like, all right. Chaos. What?
Fellas.
I know.
I was about to cuss you out.
I had to do the double L's.
Oh, how you doing? Kadeem. How you doing, Kadeem?
What's up, homie?
Yeah, we're out here, man. We're about to go live. We're just getting started, getting our 5 minutes in.
We're outside.
Getting everything situated before actually going live. We're actually going to go live in 1 minute. I might as well just go ahead and start the intro now. Get that out of the way.
Wait, whoa.
If Argentina wins the World Cup, you need to hang that flag back there.
Thank you.
Hey, he's Argentinian. Funny story. He's Argentinian. He forgot to bring us a flag. So
no, I did not forget to bring a flag, because the flag lives in here, in my heart. No, but they need to replace this Dominican Republic one ASAP.
Hey man, I support.
I don't.
I support all colors.
I mean, I do.
You were gonna say you don't.
I do support everybody except Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. They're just so mean. It's like mi arroz es la más mejor de todos. Or and that.
You know Spanish, bro?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Because that sounded rough.
I'm trying to like make up something on the fly. I'm trying to make up something on the fly, bro.
All right, guys. Welcome to another episode of Made You Listen. We are back with another one, as you can tell. Our actual topic had to be canceled for personal reasons. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about not all of that, a little bit about that. I'm gonna touch up on that. But long story short, he was gonna be part of the you're gonna be a co-host that episode anyway. So he said, like, fuck it, let's just go ahead and still do the episode. That's you and me. We can make it happen. I said, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And that's what brings Mark Rodriguez, aka the franchise, back in the building. We're gonna try to have a good episode here, man. Have a few laughs. Last time he was here, man, he put everybody on. He was making everybody roll over the floor, just dying laughing.
That's what I do. Sorry, I noticed this was Mindy, so I tried to straighten it out. I was like, no, this branch cannot do this.
All right, guys. So, what are we going to talk about? So, anything that in specific that you're going to want to talk about in this certain episode?
Bro, honestly, anything and everything. No, I mean,
yeah, I know he's going to be wanting to talk about the World Cup because
I am going to talk about the fucking World Cup.
Is on the semifinals, right?
No, we're in the finals.
Okay, finals.
So, yeah, Argentina won today again, like they have been, because we don't fucking lose, guys. We don't lose. I'm kidding. No. So of course they won to Croatia, which Croatia beat. They beat Brazil, which was a shocker to everybody because Brazil is like us, like
dominant team.
Yeah, a dominant team. Doesn't matter who it is. Like it's always gonna be, Brazil or Argentina, right? That's what everybody wants. South American countries, taking over soccer or football, right? And so, honestly, bro, like this World Cup, I had like everybody at the group stage. I had all the dominant teams going, and when I tell you, like half of them were upset just in the group stage, and then going to the Sweet 16, I call it Sweet 16, or the 16, even more upsets. Like, bro, I don't even know why Morocco is even playing France at this point. It's crazy, but I will take it. Because if Morocco wins, I'm thinking like, you know what? If they could beat France, we can beat them, right?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, shit, they beat France, so that means they're gonna be good.
You don't want to say some of this stuff for the actual episode after we come back from our intro?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do that. We'll be right back.
The following presentation contains adult dialogue not suitable for all audiences. Brought to you by Media Listen. Viewer discretion is advised.
Media Listen.
Media Listen. Media Listen.
Media Listen.
Media Listen.
Media Listen.
Media Listen.
Media Listen.
Media Listen.
Media Listen.
Media Listen.
Media Listen. You are now listening to Media Listen.
And we are back.
That's so nice.
Got to come up with the background music again because you already know we hate the silence in the background. So that's what I want to go ahead and do. First, before we get started, I do want to mention to everybody out there that's been watching us since the first episode that you want to tell them, or do you want me to tell them? I'm going to tell them.
No,
mostly because I think I know what I'm talking about better than he does. Guys, I got the Wi-Fi fixed. It's been a long time coming, and finally, it has happened. I got the Wi-Fi extension where we have badass signal. It's going to be a great episode. We're going to get things rolling. We're going to not have any interruptions. It's going to be great. I look forward to a good episode. And like I said, Mark's here, back at it again, honorary co-host. So I hit him up every time I need somebody. So that's why he's here.
Don't they all?
So hold on, let me see. That's not the music I had before. It's this one.
Dude, that sounds like a ghetto ice cream truck coming down the street.
I know. At least this one sounds more sexual.
Well, it's not good. There's two guys
Oh, yeah, you're right.
in the camera. So.
Okay.
I don't think I want that right now.
All right, guys. So as I mentioned to you guys earlier, we were gonna have Brenda over here, my tattoo girl, here as a special guest, and she was really excited to come and all that stuff, come through, talk about her story. Unfortunately, she had mentioned to everybody on her Instagram long before that she was going to be turning herself in for some charges that, came up. So I texted her yesterday. Her sister-in-law did text me back and confirmed that she turned herself in. So yeah, that's what happened. And so I had to scrap all that episode. The good thing about it is that I was able to have time to go ahead and, brainstorm about what else I could do. So next thing I know, he hits me up. He's like, hey man, we can still make this work. Let's do an episode, just talk about whatever. And I completely agree. Why not, right? And I was able to do that promo video. I'm gonna do more promo videos like that before episodes hit. I really like that, man.
Yeah.
I really like that promo videos. But yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Apparently, this guy over here wants to talk about the World Cup because his team's winning.
Yep.
As you can tell, I'm not watching the World Cup anymore because all of the teams that I was rooting for, basically like Mexico, USA, and Ecuador, all flopped. So they're gone. So I have no reason to watch the World Cup anymore. Hold on. Oh god, that mineral water's hitting back. Excuse me, guys.
Mineral water.
But yeah, so
Yes,
I'm not watching
butterflies.
the World Cup. This guy's full blown on it. So I guess next time he pulls through, he's gonna bring the Argentinian flag with him.
I will. I definitely will. I have to.
Oh look, I have a space right behind me that he can put it up. So
Yeah, right there.
no,
Right over that one.
we're not gonna put
Yes,
any
we are.
flags over anybody's, man.
Okay, we're just scooted
we
over
support we
We're gonna
support our
fold it
country,
up.
man.
in a little square. Put it to the side.
We're not.
Dude, I remember when I went to AIT, bro.
Yeah.
I was in Fort Lee, right? And of course, you're in reception. They're still trying to be hard asses as much as they can. And they're like, Rodriguez. And I'm like thinking I'm the only fucking Rodriguez here. And I'm running. And I see like 10 other motherfuckers running next to me. I was like, what the fuck? I said, okay, this is cool. All right. So, I'm Argentinian and, yeah, I don't want to talk about the other side, but, and I was like, I'm Argentinian and blah, blah, blah. And everybody was like, I'm Puerto Rican. And I was like, oh, you motherfuckers. So, of course, ever since then, I always have been playing when it comes to like Puerto Rico. I have like this fake hate, but I actually love the people. There's a lot of great Puerto Rican people out there.
Have you ever been confused by another nationality?
No, I was always told I was Mexican, and
But you are.
They can see Argentinian in me, and I'm like, yeah, okay,
I don't know about
But I always get out Mexican. I mean, I am half Mexican, but obviously, y'all saw what happened to them. They lost.
that. Yeah, they completely
I don't
lost,
lose, so
man.
I'm Argentinian, right? So it only makes sense.
I expect the excuse me. Honestly, expect the better from Mexico, but hey, shit happens.
Dude,
man.
hey, they came out pretty good, but then I was like, dude,
Towards the
Argentina cannot fucking lose this game.
Yeah.
And if they lose, I'm gonna be pissed, and I'm fighting every Mexican.
I was honestly surprised that Argentina lost against Saudi though.
Dude,
First
I know. Well,
I was in
and
complete
you
shock.
don't want to like, okay, so like I do sports betting,
Yeah.
right? Like I'll do like not 500. I'll do like $5 like on
$5?
like underdogs. No, because I mean you'll make $1,000 if you get like a 9-leg parlay, and all it cost you was $5, right?
Yeah.
All you have to do is get the underdogs, right? The majority of it, and then you just pick your favorites. So Argentina was like this hella fucking crazy, like favorite,
Yeah.
So with Saudi, Like they've never made it out of the group stage ever.
So yeah, that's what threw me off. That everybody was talking about how Saudi basically like picked up an upset that day. I was really shocked. I was like, what? They beat Argentina?
Dude, I was so mad, and I was like, after that, literally every game, I'm on the edge of my seat, like, oh fuck no, you ain't losing a day.
Yeah,
You know,
I guess that's a good question for everybody, not only ourselves. What have you guys ever been confused by any other nationality? Like he said, he's been confused by well, he is Mexican.
I'm half.
Second,
Get it right.
so I mean, he really doesn't get confused like that.
Yeah.
What else? Any other nationality? Because
So-
I could go on about how many nationalities I've been confused with.
Well, you got to remember the majority of people here are Mexican.
Yeah.
You know, especially being in the Houston area. So, and obviously we're close to the fucking border. I went to, and here's what's crazy. So I went to Fort Myers, right, to go help, you know, with the hurricane relief and stuff a couple weeks ago, and there was a food truck. It was from Honduras. I was like, there's no fucking way. Let me stop here, right? Amazing food, but after I did that, then I started seeing people from Cuba and I'm over here like, because I'm listening to them talk, and I'm like, okay, there's certain ways, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the looks, it's
the tongue,
your action, yeah, and how heavy these letters roll off,
the
and like,
accent.
you know, and so
Cubans talk so fast.
yeah, they do. I thought
Oh
Puerto
my
Ricans
God.
talk fast,
No,
and no, I was fucking.
Cubans talk so fast.
And so like, and here's the thing. So I hired a Cuban service to help me with this elder gentleman's business, right?
Yeah.
So I subcontracted them when I was out there, and they're all Cubans, and I'm like, holy fuck, like this is crazy. And then the son-in-law for the guy that I hired, this guy was Mexican, so he was kind of like the in between, because he had to talk like them
Yeah.
to keep their conversation, so he latched on to them. But when he was talking to me, it was a little bit slower paced, you know, Spanish.
My brother-in-law said he's been always told that he's Mexican. I could see that, honestly, especially since you live in El Paso. I could get why you get that. I mean, El Paso's like what, friggin'
Like
they're-
a mile away from the border.
Exactly.
It's like
So
if that.
you're gonna get like you're surrounded by Mexicans.
Oh,
Obviously,
hell yeah.
they're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
Animal says he gets confused with Brad Pitt all the time.
Oh my god.
They always say I'm white. My wife said that, and she does look white. Like even I thought she was white.
Hell no.
So when I
She does
first
not
met
look
her,
white.
she looked white to me.
I could
I
look
was
at her
like,
and be
"What?"
like, Colombia, somewhere around there, right? And like,
They are
you know,
neighbors.
I mean, I can see it. So when she says it, I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't white. You ain't white. There ain't no way.
She said after I get a haircut, I turn Dominican, which is true because my barbers are actually Dominican. So that's I think I told you that before.
Dude,
And so they know how to cut hair.
hey, that's also I will give flowers right now to the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, because again, Fort Myers, bro, I was like, fuck, I need a haircut, right?
So they know how to cut hair.
So I go and I walk in, I just Google it and I walk into this place, and like there's black dudes and like some Hispanic looking motherfuckers, and then there was like this lesbian chick, and she's like, oh hey papi, right? And I'm like, whoa, papi, you know, like chill the fuck out, like
Like,
hold on, man, like I know what papi means, you know, and other shit, but like
we cool like that?
yeah, exactly. And she's like, and then she was like, you know, she was talking fast, and she's like, ¿qué quieres, papa? And I was like, again, like it goes from papi to papa now. I'm like, what the fuck? So and she's like, oh, I'm gonna do you so good, right? And I'm like, okay. So, you know, I just tell her what I usually get.
Yeah.
And bro, when I tell you, like, this is the best haircut I ever had in my fucking life. And here they charge me like 35 just for a basic taper, you know. There, a basic taper was like more than that. It was like the service, the fucking like edge up. I mean, she's massaging my head and shit. While I was like, what? Like this is she's Puerto Rican, and I was like, dude, you like, I'm gonna give you my number so that if you're ever in Texas, you know, come fuck with me, drinks on me, you know. She's cool, but she's a hardcore lesbian and looked like a dude, and I was like, this is my bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been confused with Dominican. After I get a haircut, like big time, you can clearly tell because they line you up like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're really good at that. Puerto Rican, I got in Puerto Rican before.
You know what? I can see it to a certain extent.
Yeah. No offense
You
to
ain't
Puerto
fooling me.
Ricans, man. Oh, but my all-time favorite. I hope she watches this because man, she's one of my favorite people. Andrea, she's Samoan.
Oh,
So
yeah.
her son used to work with us, and at the time, her son was 19 years old. When I first saw her son, I didn't believe he was 19 because he's massive.
Yeah.
Like Samoans are known to be massive
Oh, yeah,
bodies. So I couldn't believe he was 19 years old. I swore he was older than me.
Dude,
So
like,
it was funny because he used to work with us. He used to be the forklift driver, and he pulls his forklift right next to me one day. And he's all like, "Hey, what's up, Oos?" I was like, he looked at me. He's like, "You an Oos, right?" I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" He's all like, "Samoan, you're an Oos, Nuso?" I was like, "Nah, bro. Like, I'm Mexican." He's like, "No shit." I was like, "Yeah, bro." He's like, "Bro, I could have sworn you're like full Samoan." I was like, "Man, that's the first time I've gotten that."
yeah.
And after that, I told his mom about it. I was like, "Man, your son thought I was Samoan." She's all like, "Honestly, when I first saw you, I thought you were Samoan too until I saw your name." I was like, "Okay, so he's Hispanic." But yeah, I had the same thought myself. Like, you kind of carry yourself as one of us. I was like, "That's crazy." I've
See,
never gotten that.
I always look at like Samoans and Hawaiians as like, if we were dogs, they'd be like the fucking bullies. You know what I mean? Like the big fucking like big rocked up motherfuckers just
My
straight out of
God,
birth.
yes.
I'm just like, damn, like I wish I had like, a bloodline like that because it's consistent, bro. Like it doesn't skip. Like
Yeah.
it's either you're obese or you take that fat and you fucking work out and you're rocked up looking like the Rock.
Yeah.
So that's the crazy part about it, and it's
Samoans are just naturally built
yeah.
to be big, and that's
It's good though
crazy.
because it's like you have the mass, so it's not like you can be thrown around easily,
Oh,
and-
hell no.
I mean,
You
but
get that intimidation.
also the downfall to Samoans is they believe in their own legends, like themselves, just like anybody else. Like, so when it comes to like MMA and stuff like that, or any contact sports, they always think that like Troy Polamalu was amazing, right?
Yeah.
But not everybody's Troy Polamalu.
True.
You're not gonna be the next fucking best safety ever, so like there's people, oh yeah man, I used to play linebacker in high school, and then you go and play like a semi-pro game, and then you find out they're softer than toilet paper. So it's like, damn, you disappointed me. I was expecting a bigger hit,
Yeah,
so
of course.
like but I love them because I know a lot of Hawaiians and a few Samoans, man, and that's what I always tell them. I was like, dude, y'all are like the bulldogs of like humans. I mean, yeah,
the
like,
human race.
yeah, exactly. It's just like, I'm sorry, like you guys are just,
they're intimidating sometimes.
they are, they are.
They're just
especially
naturally
like when you get a
intimidating.
good 6-footer and he's like fucking 250 easily.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, oh yeah, I just started losing weight. I'm like, oh fuck.
I wonder what he looked like before.
Yeah, he's like, damn. Yeah, no, I just started working out and he's already rocked up. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, that's good. That's good. Blood.
Good genes, good good bloodline.
It's almost like it's like selective breeding. It's like, you know what? I want my son to have some fucking dreadlocks, and you know what? I want his traps to be fucking huge.
Make him Samoan while you're at
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Hawaiians are always ready to get hype at the drop off.
Yep. That's
Drop off a hat.
That's exactly what it is. And I
So
know
right now, guys, I'm sorry.
I know a few Hawaiians, and then of course the Hawaiian women. Shit, they're just as crazy as a man.
I
Honestly,
think so.
hell yeah, they're fucking ride or die, bro. Like literally ride or die. Like don't fucking die for theirs. And then it's funny because like I heard in Hawaii, like when it's like they know you're not from the island, they
Yeah.
treat you like complete shit.
Really?
And I'm like, damn, like
I wonder if Andrea's gonna watch this. I want to know
Like,
her take on
I want you guys to come over here So I can be like, man, fuck you Islander, you know, like go back, you know. But even though it's like a U.S. state or whatever, you know, so it's like
U.S. territory, yeah.
yeah, so it's like it's a state.
Is it a state?
It's a state. The fuck?
It's still a U.S. territory.
It's not a territory. It's a state.
Oh, whatever. Oh wait, territories. I'm thinking about the
Territories would be like
the
islands.
yeah. The
I think we have like one Bahama island, and then
the Bahamas.
the fucking Puerto Rico is a territory.
Territory, yeah. Good lord, that mineral water is fighting back, bro. Give me a second.
It's gonna come out one way or the other.
That's true.
So
yeah, that's what we've been confused at.
yeah, I don't know. I've been so like I used to do Uber. You know, before we started talking on here, we were talking like, you know, just pre-conversation, and I was telling him like I have many stories because I've done a lot of shit in my life that I'm not proud of, but I've also been in situations where I was like, However, you know, I've met a lot of people. I've had a lot of jobs. I mean, I'm just honestly, I call myself a hustler, but not in a bad way. I mean, I just go and just
Entrepreneurship.
yeah. So
That's what it is.
I invest in things and do all this crazy stuff. So like, in the meantime, while I build capital, I'll, you know, find the easiest way to make money. So Uber was one of them, you know. So I Ubered a Spanish couple. They're straight from Spain. They came for forgot what it was, but they came to Houston. I had the opportunity to
Uber
drive them, you know. So they were speaking Spanish, and they're like, oh, and so like I guess they caught a word for me because of course like I there's one way to talk to Mexicans for me, you know, and it's just like the very minimal fucking Spanish that I can give them, you know, because I'm not really excited about the conversations usually. I don't know why. Because usually
we're boring to him.
Huh?
We're boring to him.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It's kind of because it's slow and it's not really exciting. Because like in South America, if you're Latin American, like they get excited to talk with their hands. You know. You know.
I talk with my hands all the time. Like when I really get into it, I talk with my hands. Like I'll try to. I don't know what I do with my hands. What's up with my hands?
Well, it's because they say 1% of Mexicans that talk with their hands are gay. So.
Kick your ass. Yeah, because that's so true. I'm married and have kids, right?
Secretly gay. No, I'm kidding. No, but so when I was like talking to these people, like, dude, they were like, "Eres de Colombia," and I was like, first of all, no. Do I look like I have pounds in my truck?
Pounds?
You know? It's like, do I have any drugs? I mean, no. Okay, I'm not Colombian. You know, and so like you know, obviously, you know, I was playing around because they were an elder couple, and I was like, no, you know, mi mamá is de Argentina, de Buenos Aires, and so at some point in when I was talking, they're like, oh, I hear it, you know, like in Spanish though, and I was like, yeah, so I was like, you were right, you're right, but you know, as far as like the continent, just not the country, so you know, it was awesome, you know, to hear that because they
recognize.
Yeah, they picked something up, and then of course, whenever I was talking with my hands, and Argentinians, like we kind of like flick our hands when we talk sometimes, and so like, you know, especially like whenever like, and my family doesn't really see that because like when I talk to people in Spanish, it's usually away from them because I let my family do the talking for me. Like, you know, if we're ordering and shit, like I'm just like, hey man, just
you got me right.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, you know, whatever.
Kareem saying I went to I don't know how to pronounce that. You got
Oahu
several years ago, and I was warned not to bother the locals too much because they don't exactly like non-islanders. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's crazy because same country, it's like same team, same fight. You know, well, one team, one fight, right? No, you go over there and you look like you're me and not them.
Wow.
They don't like you. And it's funny because it's like you can almost call it racism, but it's not racism because it's like you're not from fucking Hawaii, like go fuck yourself. And it's like it's almost like if your birth certificate isn't like if it doesn't say Hawaii, like fuck you, you know. So like that's how it was explained to me by my Hawaiian people. So it was funny because I was like, you know, like all right, motherfucker, well, don't bring your ass to Houston because I got something for you. You know, like take your ass back.
So
You know?
I did want to ask you, whatever happened to the army?
So I'm actually at a standstill. I had to clear a ticket I paid a lot of money for, which, you know, I was telling you about it.
Yeah, right
And I have one more ticket to clear.
You still want to go?
Oh yeah. I would, you know, when I said I didn't want to, like I was done with it. I was like, it's more for retirement purposes, life insurance. You know, we're getting older, bro, so I gotta make sure my kids.
Yeah,
are
body
taken care
don't
of.
move right after a few years.
Huh?
The body don't move right after a few years.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm telling you, I have like, so like, I was doing like this research because I don't know if it's my sleeping or what, you know, because when I was active doing MMA and stuff like that, I felt like I was like 21, you know, 19 again, and so I was like, I was just sore from rolling and just, you know, practicing and training. But whenever it came to like getting out of bed, man, like after COVID, basically, I kind of slowed down. I didn't go back to the gym.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I was putting in extra work, running and, you know, trying to lose weight, trying to gain muscle and stuff. And just all of a sudden, man, I started getting pain in my ribs. You know, like right now, like I can point it out, and I could, if there's only one way to pop it right, and I don't know how to redo it, you know. And I'll only do it once every so often, and it'll give me comfort for like a week.
You don't go to a chiropractor?
So I don't have insurance right now. You know, so
either.
well, where I live, they're like, oh, who do you see? You need MMO, PPO, you know,
What?
you
My
know,
chiropractor,
NWA,
bro.
you know.
Like, I've been going to him for like 2 years now because my back just started to give out on me. He told me go to me every week, and $50, I get it taken care of.
Well, see, like I was going before they cut me off or whatever, and it was awesome. Actually, my back was good, and I actually had a car accident. So I have like 6 millimeter herniation in my back still. That honestly, compared to the pain in my ribs, like I was looking it up, and apparently you can get arthritis in that little joint that makes your ribs move.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that's not what it is, because that shit fucking sucks, dude. And some days it's good and some days it's bad. And my right knee, I never hurt my right knee. It was my left knee that I like banged it up and hyperextended my leg and, you know, all this crazy stuff. So after 30, you know, I just turned 30 obviously like this year or whatever, but like it was like almost after 30, everything like goes in sync. Like everything that's going out is, it's just like, hey, motherfucker, you know, like we're here.
That's when you start. That's when you start realizing you need to take more vitamins on a daily basis. I actually stopped, but I need to because
It's just because
your body
sometimes,
just needs it, I guess, after a few years.
yeah, dude. And see, and that's the thing. So like, I would drink a shit ton of water, and for some reason, I would stop. Don't know why, I would stop. And then I'm like, fuck, man, I'm not feeling good. You know, I'm like, damn, like I'm groggy. You know, I'm groggy. I don't feel healthy. Boom, start drinking water again, and I feel like I have life now. My back and stuff still kind of hurts and stuff. You know, but like I'll stretch and I'll do this and that, but it's still like, man, it's so growing up sucks.
Growing up does suck, man. I started getting gray hair on my beard.
Oh yeah.
Shit,
That's when you know you're going.
That shit pissed me off.
No, but
It's one hair though, so there's still hope.
honestly though, like I've seen some, you know, like a lot of women nowadays that are like 50. Dude, they're looking like they're 29, 35. You know, and I'm like, shit, what's up, girl? And then they're like, I can be your grandmother. And I'm like, oh shit, never mind. But then I'm like, never mind, what's up, girl? No, but it's just funny because, like, you know, that's how I'm looking at it. It's like, you know what, if I have good enough genes where people ask me how old I am and I'm 30, by the time I'm
That's a
35,
compliment.
40, yeah, exactly. By the time I'm 30 or 40, then I'm gonna be like, all right, you know, like I still got the juice, you know. But it's knowing that we're getting older every fucking day is like something that like a lot of people like
We dread.
yeah, it will. We dread it, but a lot of people actually ignore it. And then before they know, like, oh fuck, I'm waking up for work every day, not actually, you know, like, yeah, I'm taking care of my family, but I'm not taking the shots. I'm not going after my goals.
That's
I'm not really trying to live my life, you know. So like, you know, they're caught in that cycle. And for me, like a lot of people are like, well, why don't you have a 9 to 5 or whatever? And I'm like, hey, look, it's not I don't have a 9 to 5. It's like I want to be in control. I want to invest in this business and see that it grows, blah blah blah, right? Because whenever I had my slide business, I was making like $3K
Your
like
slide
a
business?
weekend. My slide business, my water slides,
Oh, okay.
and I was making like $3K because I had like 5 units going out for like
3K a week or 3K a month?
$3K a week.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, dude, it's
That's
cash.
badass.
And because I would rent all 5 units out one day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what I would do is like, you know, and if some of them didn't get booked the next day, I would still clear like 3K. And that was like after paying gas, paying my helper.
I'm actually thinking about buying something like that, investing in something like that later on, because
Well-
it's good. You know, tents,
Tents are good.
tables,
Tents are good.
chairs.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's gonna have parties every day, or
Yeah.
like not every day, but they're gonna need
Oh,
it for
dude.
something.
It's like
Gatherings.
you invest 45 minutes to set it up, but you got a big enough one that you can hit $1,000,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you just pay like 2 or 3 people like $60 to help you.
Mhm.
You know, you're taking home like what, $720?
That's true. I get a Home Depot guy like, hey,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can go cheaper, and that's what a lot of people like. I mean, you're helping these people by putting money in their pockets. Don't ever feel bad that you're taking advantage of somebody, you know. But like, if these people help you, then of course, you know, you honor them by paying more and blah blah blah. But you also have to be
considerate that they
of-
have families and stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
get
like,
you, man.
and so for me, like whenever I would do it, I would hire people that like a felon, but made sure it was like not drug or kid related or any thieves.
How would you know if they're a felon?
I looked them up because they ain't gonna lie to me. Come on. Like, you know, like, I mean, usually if I can get your date of birth and everything, like, and I know you're from here, like, surgery doesn't hurt. It does. I need to get my back adjusted and stuff. But, you know, like, but I would hire these people and, like, we'd kick ass, dude. And I'm over here, like, fucking fat pockets. But I would also put, like, a couple $100 in their pocket. And,
You're set.
all we did was work 3 hours. And I
Yeah.
was like 3 hours, 9 hours out of the whole weekend. I was making $3K.
That's badass, man.
You know what I'm saying? And so that all came to an end because somebody stole my truck, and I wasn't smart enough to invest in another vehicle and shit like that. But I bought like, you know, landscaping equipment.
A lot of
and
people are
stuff like that.
stealing trucks nowadays too.
Oh yeah,
man.
dude. Yeah, I was actually at a veteran event when they did it. And I was making so much money, bro. I had literally spent thousands to buy a new boat, right? Because I thought it was working or whatever. I bought, you know, I spent money. I bought it because I wanted to do like offshore fishing for veterans and stuff before I started coming out with my nonprofit.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna do this for veterans and stuff, you know, because I took it serious. You know, I love my people, our people. And so when I did that, you know, I left the same week after I cleared my account. So all I had was like $1,000 cash, because I would always roll with $1,000 cash just in case I had to buy something, you know. And I was doing good, and you know, of course, you know, I was but and so like when I got to this event, bro, it was in San Antonio, which this is my first time staying in San Antonio, and I always talk shit about San Antonio because of the crime. And literally
You
I
proved them
get
right.
there 2 hours, and mind you, this was a fucking Hilton, so it was an expensive
Yeah,
hotel.
it was a good hotel.
Exactly. So, and I'm like parked 3 rows from the front fucking door, right? So what pisses me off is I had $1,000 cash at center console. I had my Tony Lama boots for like $750 when I bought them. I had like my expensive little cowboy hat is like $350. The money,
So
landscaping
everything,
equipment, yeah.
everything.
Army equipment, bro. Like they cleared my fucking ass out, and we had just put a new motor in the truck. Brand new motor, like it was like maybe 2 weeks old, like brand new, built, right? Not used, a fucking brand new one. And I mean,
What kind of truck was it?
it was a Dodge Ram,
What year?
2003, but it had like 80,000 miles on it. That's when
Damn. Oh yeah, the new motor.
yeah. But
Damn.
it had 80,000 miles on the whole body. I mean, it was fucking perfect.
Oh.
Right. So the motor that was in it blew out on,
Ooh.
you know. So when we put the new one in, we had like 90,000 miles by then, right?
Yeah.
Because I drove it a little bit before before it blew up. So when we put the new motor in, it has like 90,000 miles on everything, you know. So obviously that makes the value go up, you know, like when it goes to cars. And so, dude, that shit fucking hurt, bro. Because I mean, I was stuck
That's
without.
a lot of money.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I always roll with my I always roll with my two.
With my two legs,
With my two legs.
because I don't have any money.
'Cause I don't have-
Yeah, dude. No, I mean, I was doing good though. And then of course COVID hits. And then I try to take advantage of it because I still have like one or two slides.
I feel like COVID brought out the hustlers in everybody
Oh
though.
fuck yeah,
Like
dude.
that's when everybody started realizing like I gotta do something to make money, because 9-to-5s were the main targets of the downfall when it came to COVID.
Well, and then you also find out that you could do everything remote. And I'm like, I could have fucking told you this. You know, there's no reason I have to come in at work, sit at a fucking desk so you can babysit me. I could do the same work. And you would probably get more work done working from home anyway.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that's what they figured out. That's why all these companies are thriving, because they you know, their employees still work remote, and it's like I'm in the comfort of my own home. I don't have to fucking mess with Tyler. Tyler hasn't come fucking touch me.
Fuck Tyler.
You know, fuck Tyler. You know,
Fuck
like
Tyler.
he doesn't have to fuck with me, invite me to his fucking barbecues. You know, like fuck you, Tyler. You know, like we don't have to do that, right? We don't have to, you know. But so you know, and so you work from home, you know, and obviously like it proved to be productive. It's
Yeah,
healthy,
true.
you know.
That's when I actually bought my truck whenever COVID hit. Cause man, okay, so the value
everybody
of-
had deals.
yeah, everybody had deals during COVID for brand new, or not brand new trucks, but for trucks in general, box trucks. So my truck now is worth double than what I bought it for, and that's crazy to even think about. But yeah, I bought it around a good time. So like I said, COVID just brought out the hustler and everybody.
Speaking about Hawaii, here's the thing. So COVID stopped all the supplies from coming to them.
Really? Oh no shit, huh?
So cars were one of the major things that stopped, right? And so I was told that like it could be a 200,000 mile vehicle, right? Like they're paying like $8,000 to $9,000 on top of the actual asking price.
Yeah.
Because they're so desperate. Like all these dealerships want to get something out there. So people were like shipping their vehicles out there. Now I was actually thinking about doing my BMW, but I had already put like thousands of it, dollars in it.
Yeah,
and then of course it was towards the end of COVID, so I was like, man, fuck this. Like I'm not gonna get nothing for it. I'm not gonna pay $4K and have to get mailed a fucking check. Like, nah, man. So I was like, either hit my account with it, or I'm not sending my car over there. So it was pretty interesting. But I did sell a whole bunch of my shit that I own for my business because of when I got hit for COVID. It fucked me up.
Did you get COVID?
I did. That's why my right knee's fucked up. So they haven't really like proven it, but it was like coming out that like it's making joint pain stick.
No shit.
Yeah. So like I would like my right knee right now is good, but if I go lay down and wake up, it'll feel like I just like played basketball.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's crazy, and I don't have like hypertension or nothing crazy like that. I just have anxiety, man. So I know I'm not really like going crazy as far as like like the injuries in my body and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just like and it's crazy because like I coach my daughter. Well, I help coach. I'm not the coach. I help coach my daughter's soccer team. So I'm always like running and kicking and shit. And I'm like, oh fuck, But it's funny because like here in the next couple weeks, I'm actually gonna be training for a fight that I had to move from January to March. So now I'm like,
You're still fighting?
well, I haven't fought yet.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just training.
I thought you were still fighting.
No.
Fighting.
I was gonna get on it, and then I just noticed that my weight wasn't going nowhere. And I was like trying to clean up my eating and stuff, and I was like, fuck.
It's really hard. It's really hard to get your cleaning together, man.
Dude, trust me, like it's tough, guy. Bro, I'm a 3 Twinkie at one sitting kind of guy. I don't fucking eat one and stop. No, I'm just like oh man, this is good. Let me get another one. You know, like I don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, hey, send me the next one. You know, like
Yeah.
I can't. Like, I'm a fucking junk food connoisseur. You know,
I
like,
think that's what that's the addiction, man. That sugar.
dude,
That sugar is so addicting, man.
it is.
So
But you know what? I was like, man, like I have to, because I opened my mouth and said I had a fight in January. So I was like, all right, if I reschedule, not only will I be able to schedule, but the coach that I'm trying to have in my corner is gonna be back by then. So I was like, all right, cool. So
Okay.
I was like, if I get the coach, the training and everything's good. I don't have to worry about it, you know. But I do have to say that I'm gonna do it, even if I have to fight at like a weight range that I don't want to. I'll do it, even if I get my ass knocked out. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I want to win, you know, but it's just not. I'm being realistic, you know. I just
You're gonna fight regardless, basically.
yeah. Pillow fight with Rick.
Rick.
I'll sword fight him instead.
Why you gotta do that, man? Oh, it's awkward. Man, I don't want to talk to you.
Dude. Hey man, it's just bro talk.
Yeah, this is our bros talk.
But
If you're
yeah,
saying gay shit, are you really bros?
well, like when you see me at all these veteran events, bro, this is like what I just told you is like the lightest thing we fucking do. Like, I mean, like being told you can get fucked in the ass and be like, oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
you better make sure you get in there, buddy. You know, like, you know, it's like, and everybody's like listening, like, you know, joking. And then you see civilians walk and they're like, oh, they're fucking gross. You know, like, what the fuck is wrong with them? It's like, you don't understand.
You don't understand.
This is just showing love to each other.
Right.
He's not really gonna rape me and tear me a new one.
What's she saying?
What?
Said, look at Rick smiling all big.
I make people laugh for a living. Just kidding. I haven't got a paycheck from here, but I will one day.
Shut
I'm
the-
kidding.
This guy over here, man, he just wants to go ahead and get straight paid. And hopefully one day it will happen, but right now,
You gotta start. And
We're
it starts
picking
like this, man. But here's the thing, though. So we started, and just say you get big in like a year or whatever, right? You know, I'll help you on the marketing side, but like, it's gonna get big, and it's like no jumper and stuff like that. You know, like all those fucking when you do, like, people do digging. Like, I want to know if these motherfuckers are always
exactly.
funny. You know, so they're gonna go to these and be like, oh man, this motherfucker's born. He just barely, you know what I mean? Or, damn man, they're on a roll. Like, I'm kind of glad that they're just funny guys, right? So it's obviously it's a good thing to joke all the fucking time.
Oh hell yeah, because you want to entertain as much as possible. You don't want people to be bored all the time.
Well, I mean, think about it. So like for me, I think about it as like, you know, when you talk to people, do they want to like laugh, or do you want them to be fucking serious at that? Like, I like to it wasn't that good. I want a refund. I'm kidding. That'd be so messed up. What?
Los huevitos con salchicha.
Oh, okay. I couldn't read that. But yeah, so like yeah, man, I can't be serious, bro. I can't.
It's all
Like,
good, man.
dude, I try to talk business with people and I'm like, yeah, so I can do all this for like 10 grand. And they're like, what? I'm just kidding. You know, I'll just fuck with the people, you know, like when I was in Fort Myers and this guy, you know, his name was, I call it Mr. Allen. He's like an older guy. He's from like Britain, you know, and he's an amazing guy. He's a really, really smart business guy. And I enjoyed talking to him because of all the shit that he was trying to download into me, like about business, you know. But when it came to paying, he was a fucking penny pincher. But I was so much of a negotiator, I always won, you know. So I was like, look, Mr. Allen, let's not play these games. Look, you can throw another $1,500 my way, you know. And so like he's like, well, yeah, well, you're gonna find me under a bridge one day and be like, well, if I do that, then you know, I'll scoop you up, get you some McDonald's, and I'll drop you back off, you know. And he'll start laughing, you know. He's like, at least you have a heart. I was like, yeah, and I got money, you know. So we'll laugh, but Like he's the one that like taught me, because he's sitting here talking, and we're talking thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
We're talking, and it's so crazy because when we were like brokering these deals, you know, because my buddy actually paid for me to go out there to help them.
Yeah.
And so I made some money
What were you doing? You know,
doing like tree services for Fort Myers, because you know they got hit by a hurricane. So, but you know, like it's money talk here, money talk there, and I'm like, bro, like y'all are talking like y'all are fucking scared. Like,
Yeah.
let me get in this motherfucker, and I'll get you some numbers, and I'll get some laughs, and guess what? If I make you feel good about spending money, you're gonna come back to me again.
I thought you were volunteering over there. I didn't think you were actually going to be working.
So I was doing both. Doing
Okay.
both. So veterans, we were helping at no
Yeah, I
cost.
remember that.
But if you aren't a veteran, go fuck yourself. I'm kidding. So if you weren't a veteran, obviously we're gonna make money, you know. And you know, because I mean, charity is good. Don't get me wrong. Doing
for
everything
sure.
out of your heart, good, great.
Makes you feel good inside.
Yes, my soul fucking learned a lot, and I'm very grateful for everything I have, because it can be taken away in no time, right?
Yeah.
But when I went over there, obviously it was nonprofit work. It was also just humanitarian work, just trying to help people suffering and struggling. I fed like 150 people, made them some Texas barbecue, and so like we you know, we killed it, dude, you know. And then of course we're in the richest county in all of Florida, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, and all these people, like, you know, I was gonna make a joke, but Kanye West is doing really bad for doing that shit. So like, you know, I was gonna make a Jewish joke, you know, like, you know, but
Man, I don't
It-
think
it-
Kanye's wrong. Bro.
it's not. I don't want to disrespect anybody just for comedy's sake, right? So I'm not. This is the one I'm gonna dodge, but I will say a lot of them are penny pinchers, and their religion and stuff, they're all similar, you know. So when you hit them with these fucking like crazy quotes and like bids, like they look at you like, oh, like I don't have that money. And then you look at their house, and I'm like, bro, this is a fucking glass house, like made with like tears of Asian kids, you know, like you know, this is expensive shit. You like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you have a fucking Maserati in your driveway. You're gonna tell me you can't afford it? Like, you know, like
They
let's
can't.
let's think again, you know. And so, you know, of course, I'll like go and, you know, talk or whatever. But this particular guy, though, Mr. Allen, he was like an older gentleman, and he was from Britain. He moved and just
Did he have that accent?
yeah, he did. He did. But also he like he got married to this Chinese lady, and this Chinese lady moved to Jamaica. Out of all the fucking places,
Why?
I don't fucking know. But she didn't move. She was born in Jamaica, but she was Chinese because her family was like moving and stuff. So she was born in Jamaica. She grew up in Jamaica. She does not look or talk anything like you think an Asian would talk, bro.
Talks
Like
like that, like Jamaican this?
she talks Jamaican
Crazy.
and she knows Chinese because
Oh,
she's
that's
Chinese,
smart.
you
Yeah,
know. And so like her family, like, you know, they're talking their language and shit. And I'm like, oh fuck, that's cool. And then she's like, oh, I'm from Jamaica, man. You know, like, or
Yeah,
whatever. But, sorry, that was my take at Jamaica.
It's horrible.
but like, she was talking, and I was like, holy fuck, like these people are so cool. But like, again, when we were talking business, dude, like, like when we were talking business, like this dude was like, oh man, he's like, come on, Mark, you know, you gotta be nice to me. I was like, sir,
Yeah,
we're
have
not
a
even
heart.
yeah. I was like, we're not even from here. What are you talking about? Like, we're from Texas and Louisiana. Like, we got fucking gas.
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
we gotta find some way to make it back home. We gotta
Exactly. It
make
was
some
like-
kind of bread over here too.
I was like, let me tell you right now, it starts at $4.50 for gas to get over here. I was like, that's how much it cost me, and to get back, it's another $4.50. I was like, so I was like, you gotta do the math, man, and then let's just multiply that by 10.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, just because like we're not the only ones. Like, I mean, I gotta get paid. These guys gotta get paid. I'm trying to go home. They're trying to go home.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, and that was like the only serious part of the conversation. Everything else was just fucking jokes, you know. And so like I'm making this dude laugh, mind you. Like, I mean, I'm literally taking his breath away, and he's just like 92, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, his it was like his birth. It was his email or something like that. I have it. I actually have it still. It was like 1940 something or 30 something. I mean, he's fucking like he's 90 something.
You know what I've noticed? Like more recently, people are tending to just live a lot longer nowadays. I wonder what's going on. I wonder what's different that we're doing that we weren't doing back in the day.
I don't know, man, but he looks at peace right now. I mean, he was dealing because it was a big warehouse, like a big warehouse. It was a storage unit. And I mean, you know, when you buy property in Florida, like you talking about overpriced pieces of fucking property, you know, and so like he has this big warehouse. I mean, he actually has 2 adjacent warehouses, and all it is storage. So,
would you ever move to Florida?
Oh fuck yeah, I'm already thinking about it, dude. Like,
bro, I love Florida. My wife and I love Florida. Dude, if we could buy a house over there, Florida, definitely.
Oh, definitely. Like, I love Texas. Do not get me wrong, but dude,
it goes like this: Texas, Florida.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Of course, if you live in Florida, it's gonna be Florida.
But it would be like 50-50. Like, I'd have to move back to Texas to get my Texas back.
That's what I said. I'd rather have a house or probably buy an Airbnb, invest in an Airbnb over there, have that.
Yeah, that way, like when somebody's not using it, I mean, it'll pay for itself.
Pay for itself, and whenever you need a vacation, hey, you got a place to stay. You're good.
Exactly. And so, like,
investment 101 right there.
Fort Walton is my number one place. Fort Walton, Destin. But the crazy thing is like damn near the same fucking. It's basically the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's just a bridge that, you know, as
I would move Clearwater. I would definitely move to Clearwater.
Wait, Clearwater is where?
Florida.
Yeah, but like that's by Tampa, right?
Tampa, yeah.
There you go. So I would say St. Petersburg, but I would do Fort Walton, Destin, Fort Myers, Tampa, and St. Petersburg. I haven't been to Miami, even though I found out I was only 2 hours away.
I've never been to Miami either.
They have a lot of Argentinians there.
Modern?
So,
oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
For some reason, everybody lives in Miami. That's either from South America. Like you'll find a lot more Cubans over there.
Yeah. Oh,
a lot more Cubans.
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's like they. I don't know what it's called. But
everybody like migrates
there. Yeah, migrates. That's
it's
the
like
word.
the national booty capital.
It's like
everybody that.
It's like Mexicans and Texas and. You know.
Yeah, pretty fucking much. Yeah. And I mean, I honestly want to go to Cuba, but I mean, Fidel died, so I think we're good. So I think we're good if we go. I know I had a job offer, it was a government contract job whenever I was still in the reserves, and they had hit me up like, "Hey, you want to take this job in Guantanamo Bay?" I said, "Interesting."
Where?
Guantanamo Bay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so there's a prison, but there's also like a city,
an actual city.
Yeah, it's like a government contract.
That's crazy.
And like,
how is that? Did you go?
No. So my disqualifier. Well, actually, no, it wasn't even a disqualifier. I had everything. It was actually my choice. It was my choice at that point. But I was so pumped. But the thing was, I was like, man, I have a kid, so I'm only able to bring them. And it was so weird because you can have them stay for a whole month, but they'd have to go back for like 2 or 3 weeks. So basically, they can kind of stay with you, right?
Okay.
But they also have to be cleared. They have to have their clearances and all this bullshit, apparently. And I was like, well, I ain't fucking paying for that. Yeah. So I was like, And not only that, then I was told like Wi-Fi was horrible. So if you're gonna try to video chat your family, like, I mean, it was hard, you know. And I was like, dude, I can't do that. I have fucking kids, you know.
Yeah, true.
And
you can't do a lot of things whenever you have kids, honestly.
Oh yeah. I mean,
you can.
I mean, it's honestly, I still fucking do shit, dude. I mean, I just don't go to sketchy places like I used to, you know. So I mean,
you know what I was thinking about that other day. Whenever you went to Florida, I was asking myself, like, damn, how's he gonna do it when it comes to bills, though? Because I know you're volunteering over there, but I didn't know you're also working over there.
Yeah, no, I was I was still making money, and then also, you know, I have my nonprofit. So anytime, like, you know, I talk to somebody and they want to like donate, then I let them. I mean, I haven't really done great on the donation side. I've just kind of been just trying to tell everybody my mission and stuff. So I was like, all right, you know, but like this year will be more of the promise, you know, because I have a couple of things lined up this year, and it should line the funds of this so we can go ahead and take care of a whole bunch of veterans, hopefully across the U.S. So I'm gonna pay for marketing. I'm gonna definitely spend thousands if I'm able to make that. I'm gonna pay for marketing to go across the nation, so I can pay for like all these veterans for their credentials and shit like that. You know, so they can get jobs and careers started, because you know there's a lot of places that a certificate might cost you $1,200, but if you don't have $1,200, then your next step is blocked. You know, and you might be the guy for the job, but fucking old Timmy has daddy fucking lining his little bank account, and he does it, and this dude's a piece of shit, and you work their ass off to get to where you're at.
Yeah.
And all he did was just buy the credential and get that job. I mean, cool, but like you fucking earned that. So if, you know, as a veteran and as a brother, like I see that as like, nah, motherfucker, like let me help you get that opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I started my nonprofit, you know, which I rebranded it because, you know, it was more of maritime at the time.
What is the name? You know, do you have the name?
Yeah. So the Sure Cure Foundation. So
What? Sure Cure?
Yeah, Sure Cure.
Okay.
The Sure Cure Foundation, and it was actually named after the boat that I was gonna like, you know, fix up and do. Like,
I was gonna ask you what happened to that boat, because
so I still have it, dude. It's gonna cost me $75,000 to fix it. And honestly, and honestly, at this point in time, I think I'm just gonna get rid of it, because that was my own money. You know, I didn't use investment money. I sold my Beamer, the one I and shit like that. I sold my Beamer to buy it. So yeah, man, and I kind of got scammed a little bit on it, honestly, but it is what it is. You know, these are lessons that I fucking learned the hard way. You know, that's what I was telling you, bro. Like all this shit that I learned is like the hard fucking way, you know. And so that's why, like, you know, I wear many hats, but like, you know, my life, you know, they say like your life flashes before your eyes before you pass away.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Honestly, if that's the case, I'm probably gonna be alive for a little bit longer, because I've done a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like, man. I've done a lot. I've seen a lot. I've heard a lot. I mean, you name it, bro. Like, I mean, and that's why, like, when I talk to people and when I come on these things, it's because, like, you know, I kind of use this to like talk about them, because like, you know, I mean, if this is more of a serious conversation about certain things, then I can have that topic. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's some things I haven't done in life, right? And I wouldn't know, but I'd just be like, man, it's entertaining, or, you know, whatever. And it's just one of those things where it's like, that's why I like coming here, because I can joke and everything, but I can also give my stories, because I mean, like, you know, if I would have stayed home, I would have never met that guy, you know, Mr. Allen.
Oh yeah.
And I would never have learned about them, which his father was actually part of the royal army or royal family or something like that.
Royal family?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, well, not family. It's like the military for Britain, and he like died like 6 months before they can give him that honor or whatever. Yeah. And so it was crazy, because I mean that obviously you could tell like this guy was raised right. So, but you know, I take all of that from like these travels that I do and these fucking life experiences, bro. And you know, because when I'm there, I don't have nobody there but other than the people that I'm helping. And all I get from them is their stories. 8 feet of water, about to fucking drown in my house because the surge came, and you know, I lost everything. You know, we got lucky, but we helped this family. You know, it was just like a whole bunch of crazy shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, I mean, it's just I have so much experience in life, and I just fucking like. I can honestly say the only reason I hate life is whenever my depression tells me I hate myself and I hate life. Other than that, I love life.
Yeah.
I'm living, bro. I'm fucking living. And you know what? I don't regret not one fucking decision I made. Even running into scammers, running into like fucking shady characters. I don't regret it, because they teach me things. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm still a fucking human, so I still get mad. I still get angry, but at the same time, it's just like, man, you know, like I'm living life. I'm learning. You know, every day is a fucking new thing. You know, and you know, I never liked Asian food. I started eating Asian food. Like, I mean, I just started like just kind of opening my mind to things.
Your options more.
Exactly, bro. Because I mean, think about it, man. We're only isolated to what we isolate ourselves to.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, there's times where we want to just like do this, do that, but we find reasons to say why we can't do it. You know, I could have made my ass stay home and not go to Florida.
Yeah, that's true.
But I was like, as much as I didn't want to go and leave my kids, it's like, you know what?
How long were you gone for?
3 weeks.
Oh, not too bad. I think it was a month.
Yeah, no, it was 3 weeks. It's almost seemed like a month.
Yeah, right.
But it was bro, for the soul, like it was so amazing. And then like people, what a lot of people don't see is like, I mean, I posted those pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
saw.
like, but I also did a lot more. You know,
Yeah, of course.
and
I mean,
so
that's what people don't understand, man. I don't understand how some people can be posting so much of their life. In my head, I'm just like, fuck, like I have so much to do that I can't post everything that I'm doing. I only post the highlights, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But
well, and see, like me, I mean, you know, I'm waiting to get back in Army. I just need, if anybody's listening, I need a donation of $211 to clear my ticket. I'm kidding, but no.
Disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
Oh, was that you? Is that me? Was that
I don't know what type of Bluetooth they're talking about. Let me just turn the Bluetooth off.
I don't know. But so anyway, so like it was just like, okay, so I made so much money, but also it took a lot of money because I had to eat and, you know, shower. I had a shower basically at a Love's truck station.
Yeah,
Right.
I figured.
And that was $15 a fucking hit. I literally spent like $120 on showers.
Damn.
Not including food and stuff like that. But at the same time, I was making enough money, so I was like, you know what? Every fucking morning that I wake up, I'm going to bless somebody. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it. So I went to McDonald's every morning for like 4 days. I said, hey, I got $30. Give me $31 items, whatever. Right. So it wasn't a lot, but it was just the gesture. It was the point that I was trying to make, and making sure these people are taken care of.
Yeah.
So every day for those days, I would do that, and I would buy different shit, and then after I ran out of the $1 items for like breakfast, I went to like the next. You know, I did. Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Give me 30 bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddles. You know, which those are like $3 a piece or whatever. So I was like, all right. So but every day I would stop at these intersections. I see these police officers, man, they're like worn out because the fucking town is like hates them because there's no power. So they have to guard these intersections, you know?
Yeah.
And there's traffic, and I'm like, hey man, like, hey, here, take everything, you know? And then during lunch, if I was off, I'd buy a case of water and go buy fucking, you know, just one by one. And then outside of that, I would see some locals like just in fucking tents in broad daylight in the city. They were not actual homeless people, but because of the hurricane, now they are homeless.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. Yeah, that's sad to think about. They
Yeah.
lost everything on.
And you see
During
these
that time.
kids, and it's crazy because you see these kids, and they're trying to play and trying to live their best life, and their parents. You could just see, and this is where kind of like, you know, the serious talk would be, but you could just see like the parents are like fucking just so like they're so out of it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna do something. Here's food. You know, I don't have much. I'm not from here. I didn't come with a trailer full of shit, you know, but at least you know you have another meal coming, you know. And so I was doing that. So like whenever it comes to the soul, dude, like, I mean, bro, like I've learned so much, and I feel like I'm not gonna say like my seat in heaven is like there,
Secured.
but I will say that I'm pretty sure, you know, God sees that. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And I didn't do it. Obviously, you didn't see it on social media.
Nah,
you know?
nobody. See, that's the thing that I don't like is that if you're gonna do some friendly gesture, don't record, man. Like,
Yeah.
do it from the bottom of your heart.
Take a
That's-
picture, a still picture, but keep that memory between yourself and that person.
Exactly.
You know,
That's what I
And-
always tell people. Cause man,
I will say this though, there is as much as negativity like grabs at you and it's like contagious, positivity is too.
absolutely.
So I will say some of these videos I like them because like these people are actually going out and looking for homeless people. However, then you got your random people that are just like, oh, I want to start this page up, and they exploit these homeless people. And I'm like, bro, like you're not gonna get famous like that because these people had a bankroll to actually give back. And so now they have followers and they're actually making money from these streams, and they're getting donations and shit like that. And people start seeing that they're funded, so they're gonna make a living giving out. You know, you on the other hand, you're just trying to fucking do it because you just want to look good. You know, and like that's
the crap.
Yeah, exactly. That's not how it should go. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Great thing you do, Mark. Great things you do, Mark. Hold on, let me bring it up a little bit. Well, maybe if you post these videos,
we just
will encourage other to help us.
Yeah, well,
not necessarily. Look, I think a picture can do the same justice as a video. Honestly, like you can just take a picture and tell them like, hey, you know, I did this today. Look at their smiles. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to push it by videotaping them. And some people aren't comfortable with being videoed. You know?
Yeah. And see, like, okay, so those pictures that I posted was a police officer and
police officers. I saw that.
2 dispatchers from the sheriff's office. Mind you, 150 fucking plates, 150 plates, right? I didn't complain it was hot.
You guys also barbecue too, right?
Well, yeah, it was barbecue, and I had to do our little chicken thing, you know, and they waited on us and stuff like that. And so, like, I mean, I was honored to do it, and these guys are like, oh my god, like I have the text message, I can show you. They're like, so like they were thankful, you know, and I was just like, hey man, like I'm just here to make another day better for you guys.
Exactly.
You know, because I know how it is, like fucking just like being looked at by people and being judged just because you're doing your job, and just because you're just trying to make a living, or just, you know, you're doing what you're told as far as like your career is, you know, like these people are told to come out. A lot of the agencies that were there weren't even from Fort Myers. They came out from like Miami, you know, hours away. They're gone from their families, and they got to stay up 12 to 14 hours. And you got all these people fucking honking and being dicks to them. Like, it's not cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that was the biggest thing, is like, man, like, you know, it's like, and here we would never. I mean, people were being assholes. Yeah, they lost shit here, but when it came to us and Harvey, we all came together.
Fuck yeah.
You know, and over there, bro, like they're so rich. It's like, man, fuck you. Like anything outside of my border of my property, like go fuck yourself, neighbor. You know, it's crazy. You know,
sad to think about, honestly, because I don't know, man. Texas,
but that's how Texas rolls.
Yeah,
that's how Texas rolls. That's how we roll. You know, we hit everybody with respect. Even if you're about to disrespect us, we still hit you with that, and then we hit you in the mouth after. But the crazy part is, bro, is like these people are so rich. I mean, you're talking about the richest county in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, per capita, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, they can afford, like, they have fuck off money.
Yeah,
like their house that just got ruined is their summer house. You know, that. Like, and I'm like, damn, like, well, fuck, I don't want to help you no more. You know? Right. But a lot of people are actually veterans, and they invested in businesses and just were successful.
That's smart though, man. I actually want to be one of them. I want to invest.
Oh yeah, of course. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just a lot of the people though, like when they came back, they don't know how to treat people. And I found out a lot of people just come from up north because, like I said, it's their summer house. So, you know, it's just to get away from the cold and stuff. And I mean, it's cool. You got it. You can do it. Hey, live your life. Do it. But at the same time, like, don't be a dick. Yeah. You know, like, because there's people that are actually hurting, and
don't forget where you come from either, man.
Oh yeah, like, dude, exactly.
That's the main thing.
Like, bro, like my favorite year model of car is 2008. Everything 2008.
2008, just anything.
Because everything was like nice. This is before they made everything look sharper. The Dodge Chargers and stuff like that. I mean, it just, everything was just not electric, not, you know what I mean? Like,
I would never get an electric car.
Well, what I mean by that is like the sensors and stuff like that were less, you know? Sure. And so like, that's why like you'll see me cop 2008 BMWs all the time, because one, I know how to work on all of them. Two, like, they look fancy still, even though
they still do, yeah.
I mean, I don't need something like year model, and just why? Because in 10 years it's not gonna be worth a fuck anyways. Exactly. You know, so that's how I look at it. But you know, it's like the depreciation. But it's like, you know, these people though, like I've seen Bentleys getting towed off the island of Sanibel. I've seen like one Ferrari, and it was just flooded. Dang. And I'm like, what's crazy is that insurance, like, like people are like, oh my god, poor people. But I'm my feet are on the ground and I'm watching, and like all these rich people, like all these rich ass cars and shit. And then you look to the actual like poverty-stricken neighborhoods, and I'm like, I feel bad for these people than
Yeah.
these because they got insurance, and
Yeah,
these
exactly.
these
They're
might have
covered.
insurance, but there's probably possessions that they have that they'll never get back.
Yeah, exactly. Don't
You know?
things that are unreplaceable, I guess you could say.
And you know, so like when we were doing our tree service for Mr. Allen, you know, that rich guy. So his warehouse was right across the street from a trailer park.
Yeah.
And they were mobile homes, but they were like built like houses. So, like I mean, it was
I know what you're talking about.
it was almost like mini houses or whatever. You know?
Okay.
And so when I shit you not, bro, when we were cleaning up, well, it was kind of my job to like do the ladder debris and stuff, you know, just kind of pick stuff up. Bro, there's family pictures
On the floor,
just
just
scattered everywhere,
damn.
and different people, you know. And I'm like, damn, this sucks. I'm not gonna, you know, I can't.
Pictures are memories too, man. Like,
Exactly.
that's the thing. You're never gonna see that picture again. Who knows if it had meaning, or
Exactly.
who knows if it's even people that lost their lives. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure people lost their lives. Too,
Oh,
over
dude, and that was another thing. So when I got there, like 2 days in, they're pulling dead people out of Sanibel Island.
there. Man.
So when they opened it, they had opened it, and this is what a police officer told me from over there, because I still keep in touch with a lot of people over there. So I was like, hey, you know, like, because we want to do tree services on the island because it's a rich island, right?
Yeah, of course.
So of course, rich people come with money.
Start milking them.
Yeah, hell yeah, exactly. And it was just
right.
for trees because they get to write it off anyways,
Yeah.
or like the insurance was gonna give them another check to reimburse them for it.
That's
you know?
true.
So, you know, we're gonna go do that, and you know, still like if you're a veteran, you had free tree services, or whatever. But when they opened it back up, they were still finding dead bodies.
Damn.
So I was like, oh fuck, you know, and it was crazy. And then of course, you know, like I went to go watch the Cowboys game, and I go and there's the linemen are sleeping in their trucks in this parking lot, and I was like, damn man, like just to help these people. Yeah, you know what? They're making a killing, but just to help these people, like we also have to live in these conditions. Like,
Exactly.
you know, however, like this is their livelihood that they lost. You know, so I can't feel too bad that I didn't have a place to sleep. You know, because I had to sleep in my truck for the whole time I was there. But it was still something that I was like still down for, because I was like, you know what, everything that I'm doing here is positive, and you know, like I'm gonna keep doing it, right?
Exactly.
And so I'm actually trying to actually go back out there, but I gotta take care of this whole army shit and whatnot. So hopefully I can get the money to, you know, to take care of that, because I mean, the army still means a lot to me. So, but it's just crazy, man. Like, you know, like I said, it was just one portion of the memories that I made, but also like the partying side of it though. Like
you still partying?
I fucking partied over there. Hell yeah.
Like, what was partying like over there? Because I know
So-
were clubs open or what?
So there were clubs open.
Clubs were
There were
open.
clubs open.
God,
I
during a
swear.
disaster.
And
I guess, right?
I was like,
Get
man,
loose.
yeah, I was like, dude, fuck it. You know, like one of my coworkers, he's like, I'm from here, da da da. It's like, all right, well, here's the keys. You're the DD. So like we go and we bar hop and shit. And then I was like, hey, let's go to Cape Coral. Like I never heard of it, you know. And he's like, oh yeah, there's clubs everywhere. It's like, well, let's go. He's like, no, fuck no. He's like, dude, there's cops everywhere. I was like, I'm not doing nothing wrong, so I don't give a
Why is he worried?
Exactly. So he was like, no. I was like, all right, well, fucking drop me off on the side of the road. I'm gonna get an Uber.
Yeah.
I get an Uber and I go. I meet so many fucking friends, and like I get like 15 requests on like Instagram from this. I'm like, fuck. Like here's this Texas guy just making friends in this bar. And I'm like hugging on everybody and like drunk as shit, you know. And everybody like loves me and shit. And, like I mean, everybody's like, thank you so much for helping.
He
And I was
just brings that vibe with him, I guess you could say. Like I don't know what it is about him. He's like a magnet. People are instantly attracted to him in a sexual way.
Oh, the hand jobs. I'm sorry. But yeah, dude, you know it's crazy because like, I mean, these people were great, man. You know, like I'll never forget them, and I still kind of talk to a couple of them, you know, because they opened their door to the house to me. It was like, hey, if you need a shower, you can stay at my
Oh,
house.
they hooked you up.
you know. But I mean, I didn't do that because I was like, I
I feel you
might rape me in my sleep, you know, like nah,
like you might
know.
you might come in that shower too, like you might
Yeah.
open that door, like
you might demand
some
some,
good stuff,
you know, some shit that I'm not willing to do.
Hispanic booty.
I am not gay for pay under $1,000. But no, but like, yeah, dude, it was crazy, man. But I ended my trip with going to Fort Walton for the Silkies hike that I always do. So I got to support other veterans and shit like that, and we had fun, and I made more veteran friends. Meant the world to me, you know, because these people I still talk to, husbands, wives, I mean, you name it. Like, I mean, I fucking love them, and you know, so it was like the perfect trip to Florida, you know. And I still made sure I called my kid every fucking night, so I made sure that they knew that I loved them, and you know, yes, I am living my best life. But yeah, man, it's so crazy. But I still made sure though, like I said, that my family, you know, my babies
Checking up on them, yeah.
Oh,
Make
fuck
sure
yeah.
they were good.
Yeah,
Got
and but they're at the stage where like they're always on electronics, so it's like kind of like fuck dad when he's on the phone unless I'm in person. So I was just like, hey babe, you know, what are y'all doing? Hey son, you know, I'm gonna go play Roblox. Bye dad. I'm like, oh, well, fuck you too then. Shit, you little punk. But yeah, dude, it was so fun, man. And speaking of like what we were talking about earlier, like I get my kids to watch like sports with me,
Yeah.
because I want them to be, you know, fans of the teams that I
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I try to, but they don't really dig it, man. I tell them, watch the game, watch the Cowboys. No.
Well, see, like my daughter, I'm like, hey babe, you know, let's go watch the Cowboys play. Okay, dad. So we'll watch it. She's like, ooh, he hit him hard. I'm like, okay. So now I know why I watch sports away from my kids, because they fucking talk me, and you know, and I'm like, I'm trying to like watch the game, and then they're talking. So I'm like, oh fuck. And of course my son too, he's like, oh, you know, and getting all into it. And of course you have my daughter like, let's go watch the Cowboys play. And that's the only time you ever say like the sports name.
Yeah.
You know, the sports team name. And she's like, who's playing? The Cowboys. I'm like, yes, they're fucking still playing. Yes. Thank you for telling me.
Bro, this last game pissed me off so bad.
Yeah. I was
all those fucking interceptions.
Dude, I was like,
my God.
I was so mad, but then I was like, you know what? They're getting to Dak. They're hitting him while he's throwing. It's not his fault, you know. However, there was times where people were open, and I was like, dude, fuck Dak.
I know.
Get Tony Romo back. You know, like we him back right now. You know, but obviously we can't have that. No. Can't have that luxury. You know, but yeah, it was. I was getting scared, bro. I was getting scared.
Too,
I was like,
I was getting ready for all the Texas fans just talking shit.
Bro,
I was
ready
did not
to fight.
want that. I did not want
yeah,
that.
because I was like, bro, if the Texans beat us,
That would have been
we-
so embarrassing.
and we end up winning the Super Bowl, they're gonna be like, nah, we won the Super Bowl
Oh,
because we beat y'all. Like, man, fuck you guys, shut up. You know, like it's like nah, bro, nah, it's not how it works. It's not how it works.
that game. Oh, geez, sorry. Fucking puberty hit.
Yeah, no shit.
Man, what I say? But yeah, that game had me stressing, man. After that second half, it wasn't until the last play I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. So when I saw Zeke at the goal line, I was like, yeah, they ain't stopping him this time. Like, it's gonna take that whole line, because that motherfucker's gonna eat this time. Like, like they're playing pissed, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is the Cowboys I wanted to see. But I didn't want it to go to the final fucking drive,
right.
you know. Like, I was like, what kind of stupid shit is this, you know? And then Dak throwing the best balls of his life, and I'm like, what the fuck was this?
I know, right? That
It's
shit
like-
pissed me off. I was like, how are you playing this good now? Like, it's the last
it's like
40 seconds.
pretend we're on the last drive every fucking drive, please, so that way we can win the Super Bowl. You know,
Murder everybody.
but
like
you know
that.
what? This will be my year, the best year of my life, and I will never watch sports again if Argentina wins the World Cup and the Cowboys win the fucking
Man.
the fucking Super Bowl. Dude, that would be, because the Astros already won the World Series.
That would be bad.
So,
Yeah, that was badass.
I'm good, but the Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl
In
since
years.
since we were
Years,
kids. You know what I'm saying? So now that we actually pay attention, so like Argentina, which statistically, it's harder to win the World Cup than it is to win the Super Bowl. So, you know, like, I mean, this is a big year for me. You know, like this is like my bucket year. This, like, you know, like my bucket list year. Like, I mean,
You're making a prediction right now, basically.
it's not really. I mean, I want Argentina to win, but let's be real, if France comes, they're not gonna just lay down, and they don't suck at all.
They're gonna come
Right.
after you.
It's gonna be like a shootout, and it's gonna be whoever fucks up first, and that's just gonna be that,
It's gonna be like Avengers Endgame all over again.
pretty fucking much. But after this, like I said, I mean, think about it. Cowboys.
Cowboys are doing
They can
fucking
go. They
great.
can go to Super Bowl.
They could
can.
go, yeah.
We got the defense for it,
The
bro. The
defense
fucking
was
defense
strong.
is raw, bro.
Like
Like,
strong.
I have a CD Lamb jersey, but I have a Michael Parsons jersey.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Parsons like blew me away last year, and by matter of fact, by week 4, I was like, this dude's gonna be defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
You know, he got defensive rookie player of the year, and he was also, I think he was like second in the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
But they gave it to, I think, TJ Watt or somebody like that. So, like, you know, I love it. You know, I'm a defensive player person. You know, I don't give
You're
a
on the
two
defense
shits about.
side.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love the defense because defense wins games. Because if you can't
That's
stop
true.
the other guys, then whatever, you know. And like you see us, we lead the league in sacks. I don't even think anybody's close
No.
to us. You know, takeaways, I think we're first. I mean, dude, like, bro, we're on a fucking tear, man. Like, you know,
I hope
like,
we stay this way, man, because Cowboys just been looking dominant.
oh fuck yeah. And then finally, like, instead of like, who are we gonna put in, Tony Pollard or Ezekiel Elliott? It's like, nah, motherfucker, let's put both of them in. You know, when Zeke acts like a fullback to Tony Pollard, I'm like, oh fuck yes. You know, because nobody's gonna stop Zeke anyways. You know, it usually takes people having to grab his legs to stop him. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like, hell yeah, you know. And so like that's why, like, for me, again, this is a year that of excitement for me, bro. Like, I mean, and then also, like, I mean, one, I'm 30, so this is like technically like a third of my life, right?
Yeah, true.
So in all my years, I don't think, yeah, neither one of them won a championship. So this would actually be the holy grail year for me. Like, this is it,
It
right?
would be your year, yeah.
Yeah, this is my year for my sports and my people. You know,
Because Argentina, yeah.
bro, like, I mean,
Argentina's
we're there. We
come
just have to
real
win.
close, so who knows? They might be that that team.
I think
Just
so.
win it
Bro.
all.
I think so. And you know what? Lionel Messi fucking proved today why he's the fucking GOAT and greatest soccer player of all time. And I'm not even saying that because I'm Argentinian, bro. Like, I love soccer. I don't really keep up with other like leagues and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I watch it when it comes to international play because you get the best players of your fucking nation to go against the best players of other nations. That's badass, you know.
That's true.
And so
Because you can prove yourself a lot more.
Yeah,
I guess better.
exactly, like, you know, like winning. So this motherfucker has been getting man of the match, and I think he got it today too. Or maybe Alvarez, the other forward, might have got it. I haven't checked. I haven't even seen. But if he gets man of the match here, he's had man of the match every fucking game of this World Cup.
Yeah.
That's really hard to do, you know, in itself. Then he has the accomplishments he's already had. And then if he wins this fucking World Cup, this is his second World Cup final that he's played in.
For those of you who are not into sports, this is why this episode is called Bro Talk.
Yeah.
So
This is where broing out. But it's like, it's crazy, bro. And so like when the Netherlands played them and we went in PKs, I swear to God, like, I wish my brother-in-law was watching. He can fucking like vouch. So we were going to PKs. I was like, bro, I think we're going to PKs. You know,
Yeah.
and this dude's white as fuck. You know, he's a white dude. And he was like, oh, dude, I hope not. It's gonna be kind of crazy. He was like, yeah. It was like, you.
oh, he's talking to his sister.
Oh.
So
So
he agrees with you that Messi's the greatest of all time.
oh yeah, he is, bro. Like, if you, the next best player, Ronaldo, Pele, Maradona, and then the next great. I don't know if he's gonna be better than Messi, but the next great is gonna be Mbappe from France, 100%.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, that
earlier.
dude's a beast. I'm a big fan of his. Big fan of his. Big fan before Messi went to PSG, you know, that bullshit. So, but big fan. Like, I mean, like I said, I like soccer because, I mean, it's a lot more than just kicking a ball. I mean, there's a lot to it.
I used to. Well, I think I'm getting to the point in my life where just like sports are more entertaining to me than anything. I don't know why. Like, I never saw this when I was a younger Rick, but now it's getting to me a lot more. I used to be a fan of the Cowboys, but I wasn't really like verbal on it.
Yeah.
Because people from Houston hate just trash the Cowboys. But I used to always be a fan of them low key. Now I'm honestly more for them, and especially with the defense that they have now, it's like, holy crap, you guys are fucking.
Yeah, you guys mean fucking business. Yeah,
hell yeah.
And that's what I like, bro. I mean, I like underdogs, but I also like, you know what? If you can get your ass kicked and then you come next year and at least break even,
Man, yeah,
that's a lot. You know, that shows, you know, because everybody has a talent and it's a team effort, just like soccer. You can't do nothing by yourself.
Oh hell no.
You know, yeah, you're gonna be a beast player, but it's gonna take another beast player to compliment you too.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He said no, he won't. Hold on. He is good, but there are other players that are better. I think he's talking about the France guy.
Mbappe.
Yeah. World Cup 2026 in the States. Oh yeah, that is true.
It is
Yeah.
coming. So
Crazy.
my theory is Messi, if we win this one, he's gonna play the next one. If he loses, he's done.
Really? You think so?
I think so because this is gonna be his second heartbreak, because the last time that they made it this far, they lost, and they lost to Germany. Because that Germany team that year is playing how Argentina is playing now.
Wow.
Aggressive, had young bucks. You know, everybody meant fucking business, and Argentina means business. France is just playing like if they're playing like an exhibition game, honestly. But I think if Messi wins this one, he's gonna try to give us one more. And then also, you gotta think about it. The United States pays more money for this kind of shit than anything. When we host these events, we go all out for them. We shut cities down.
Yeah,
you know,
that is true. Even for a Super Bowl.
So yeah, exactly. Like in Super Bowl, the revenue for a fucking city for Super Bowl, like you got 2 weeks of the parties coming through.
Exactly.
I mean that city and plus the state and everything, they make money, you know. So when the NBA, whenever I was in my DJ days, we good, bro, talk live. Sorry. Well, this is about soccer. You know, I was gonna give you know, your country some flowers for their effort, because they did pretty good, just not that great. You know, they fell short. I actually thought they were gonna do something.
I thought they were
gonna do something. I knew Mexico meant business, but
I felt like the last plays
and Mexico getting out of the group stage.
The last plays just like threw it off for me. I was like, no, I don't think.
Ideally, what I really wanted was us and Mexico getting out, because that would mean Mexico went to play France in the first round going forward, like outside of group play.
Yeah.
So I wanted Argentina to play Mexico in the World Cup final, but obviously that didn't fucking happen. but yeah, so like it's, you know, and people were like, oh, so remember Sara Hernandez, the paperwork?
Yeah.
Okay, so she tried to call me out, and I'm gonna answer for this.
What is she?
What do you mean? I think she's Puerto Rican. Yeah, Morocco. Morocco is amazing. They are fucking amazing. That's what I was telling them about that earlier before we started this. Morocco has the most to prove out of the three. So, and they actually look really fucking good. They're fast as shit too. So I don't know. Well, Croatia was pretty fast today, but after we scored that first goal, like psychologically they were done. I knew we were gonna win after that first one. But and then we obviously we picked them apart and shit, and it was just our game. But going back to Sara Hernandez, so like I don't know if you So I had put Vamos Argentina,
Yeah,
right?
I saw that. Yeah.
So it's like Vamos Argentina, like this. I love this. I've waited 4 years for this. This is my blood, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm Argentinian. And she puts, "Oh, is that why you were against them coming over here?" I was like, she's talking about whenever like the whole migrant shit was coming.
Yeah.
I was like, but my argument in that was, it's not so much I hate people from other fucking countries. No, like if my family had to go through it, to get over here, well,
Yeah.
motherfucker, do the same. Right? I mean, think about it. It's the same goal, but in a way, if you get over here and it's not the right way, and then you and your family and everybody that got caught up in that because they sent you back, and now you hate the country because they got rid of you for not coming in. Like, how is that fair?
Yeah, I mean, thing is, there we are.
There you go.
All right,
Alright.
sorry about that,
Better
guys.
back
I
out.
don't know what happened. What the
Okay.
hell happened?
So yeah, you were saying, the right way, wrong way. And
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, there's a right and wrong way to come to the States. If you do things the right way, you're gonna do a shitload of. You're gonna spend a shitload of money. You're gonna spend a shitload of time working on things to go right, to do things right, basically.
Yeah.
If you do things the wrong way, guess what?
There's
You're-
consequences.
There's a lot of consequences with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what I tell everybody. Like I'm gonna go ahead and sugarcoat it. My parents brought us here illegally, and in all honesty, things could have gone wrong in so many ways. They had a high low for a certain amount of time. It sucks living that way.
Yeah.
But there
So
are
you got a chip on your
consequences.
shoulder and you literally have a target on your back.
Yeah, there are
because-
consequences. I mean, I'm legal now, but
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
yeah, come on now.
Obviously.
I did
'cause I'm here.
I worked for it. I went to the army. Even army helped me out, which at that time I really didn't know
I gave you
that.
papers.
Shut the hell up.
But here's this, and this is where like I hope she fucking watches your shit because I think she follows your page. So, and it pisses me off because like there's so many people that are like, oh, racist this, and you don't have a heart because of this, blah blah blah. Well, let me tell you, Argentina, right, had a dictatorship in the 70s where anybody spoke out against the government for 7 years. They call it the mini Holocaust. And if you actually look it up, the government, mind you, it was a general. It wasn't the president. It wasn't the government took over, and they called the shots. It was a husband and wife, and I think the last name was Perón or some shit like that. I forgot what it's called. But anyways, so if you spoke out against the government, they fucking grabbed you.
Executed you almost.
Yeah, well, and so the thing was, like, they'll give you a warning. At first, they were trying to be nice, like, hey, watch your fucking mouth. And they'll kick your ass, whatever. But then you kept on. They'll kidnap you and your whole fucking family, put you on a plane, and go over the Andes Mountains and throw you out of there.
Yeah.
And there's
That's
like,
a real thing.
yeah, 100%. There's 30-something thousand people. And there's people that are actually, like, washing up on the beaches and shit like that. And then they just floated finally, and they're finding them.
Yeah.
And there's people in the Andes because that Andes mountain range is so big that, I mean, obviously you're not gonna cover everything, but there's dead bodies everywhere, bro. I mean, there's like 30-something thousand people that died from that, And my mom, I think they came during that time. They came in like 76 or something like that, and that was like 1 or 2 years before the dictatorship ended. My grandfather worked for the federal police, who were actually doing that and actually having to take part in that. I think my grandfather didn't have anything to like have an actual part in it, because when they got here, I could see like in pictures he was happy. It wasn't the life of somebody that I could see through pictures that
regretted some of the stuff that he did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he looked like he was living a fulfilled life. He got his family here, blah blah blah. So if my grandfather at the time of a dictatorship and political refugee thing, technically they were political refugees if you think about it, because they ran, right? They ran from the country, and whether my mom makes it seem like that or not, that's exactly what it looks like. Everything coincides with each other about it, right? And so like they came to the United States legally. I mean, and they have more of the reason other than, oh, I'm not making enough money. That's cool. I mean, everybody wants better, but what my point is, when I speak out on these things, it's not so much to shit on other fucking countries and be like, oh, illegal immigration, blah, blah, blah. It's not even that, because you know what? I'm a people person and I do for people. But if you're going to come over here, do it the right way. My family did it. Why can't you? If there's a wait, so the fuck what? Wait, hurry up and wait.
Like I know there's different situations too where you're probably coming over here to seek refugee because your life is being threatened or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, you're in a way, I don't want to trigger anybody, but it's a little selfish because you're delaying a lot of paperwork for the people that are trying to do things right.
Yep. And
it sucks because it took my wife 2 years to actually get her citizenship. So
it's a tedious process, but if you know you're coming, invest in it when the thought is in your head, and then I'm pretty sure like everything kind of takes a long time, obviously, but why not start the process? Because if you come and they kick you out, like you're already in the federal database for being an immigrant and being caught.
Exactly.
And if I'm not mistaken, once you're caught, like they're not gonna give you papers.
Heck no.
So it's like, and then how are you gonna be mad? Like, I mean, yeah, this is America, like cool, but like the thing is, you can't be mad because you got caught. I mean, there's circumstances where it sucks, but don't be mad at the country and the people that are here because you can't get in and you fucked up and got caught once. I mean, that's nobody's fault but yourself. And so that's why, like, yes, oh my god, and that was like the worst thing is like, what are the kids gonna do? They're 6. What, you think in 10 fucking years they're gonna remember? Like, hey, let me get my mom back from fucking wherever the fuck. Like, no, like, I mean, they're gonna somehow be citizens if they don't get shipped back.
That's inhumane too, man.
Yeah,
how could you just leave your kids at the border with nobody around to protect them? Basically, you're sending them all by themselves in survival mode. They're not gonna know what to do.
Exactly, and see, and that's why, like, it says she commented on it, and which, like, after we get done, I'm just gonna see. I've been trying to refresh because I want to see what's being said, because, like, when I say things, they're the way I mean it.
Yeah.
There's no other way. Like, I mean, when I say it, it's not to be racist and this and that, because nowadays everybody wants to cry about shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm Hispanic and I have a fucking Patriot shirt on. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna fucking say? I'm like a MAGA dude or this and that? Like, no, I'm patriotic.
People say we're whitewashed. We're like freaking disgrace to our own nationality. We forgot where we came from. It's not even about that. It's about doing what's right and what's wrong. And I'm not racist. I mean, I have black friends. I have Mexican friends. Look at the flags behind me. That's what I stand for. That's what we stand for. He helped people over there in freaking Florida. He's not racist at all whatsoever. It's not even. It's about what's.
And obviously, I care about like other people before myself, because I left my fucking kids, and I don't ever dish my kids for nothing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So
like, I make sure they're in my everyday fucking plan. And but that's the thing though. Like, that's what gets on my nerves is like people. And I love Hernandez. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like sometimes it's like like. It's cool to be a smart ass sometimes, but like I'm literally just talking about soccer, and then you're gonna hit me with some heavy shit, and I'm like, before you clown on me, like, how does it look? Because I get tired of it. It's because like people think I'm gonna like fucking fishtail. No, fuck, I said the shit. What? But make sure it's in the context that I use.
Yeah.
Because if you take it the wrong way, it's just because you're wanting to act like you're that person that wants all these people here. But what are you doing about it, right? Are you at these fucking Senate and all these fucking things, you know, with the government? Are you trying to like make acts where illegal immigration can be legal and you're not a illegal immigrant anymore? Like, are you going to speed up the process for them? Are you going to sponsor these people? If not, then honestly, everybody should shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
like don't tell me how it comes off. Like, okay, so if you're so hard up on them, well, are you doing A, B, or C? Because if not, you can F off. See what I did there?
I see.
You know,
I see what you did. You play with the letters.
yeah, I know my alphabet, guys. But it's just like so, like, oh man, bro, like, I've been through this shit. Like, bro, people try to argue with me, and I'm like, hey, man, like, I dropped out of high school, but it doesn't mean I'm stupid. Because before that, I was like a straight A student. I mean, I was on it. You know what I mean? I'm actually very, very educated. I fucking research something every fucking day.
Let me tell you something. You don't have to have a college degree, college whatever, for you to be successful, and that's been proven time and time again.
Oh yeah.
Within multimillionaires, that did you know that people that actually go to school are stuck in debt, mostly in debt?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like the doctors, like they're in debt
They're
to like
debt.
year 3, 4.
Yeah,
And that's like
they're
if they're
they're successful,
Yeah.
yes, in some sort of way. So speaking, but
yeah. But you know what? Like I said, man, you know, like my point of that obviously is just like, man, dude, like I'm the wrong one to try to like press because
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Everybody else is like, I got this to lose. It's like, nah, man, you know what? I have enough support out there where I started my own business. I can stay afloat.
true.
You know, and I've proved it to myself. And you know, and the thing is like, and so the fuck what if I said I don't want any illegals here? I mean, it's literally a fucking law. It's not my fucking decision. It's the United States decision. I mean, yeah, and how are you saying the whole whitewash thing? I mean, bro, like I'm going for Argentina in a fucking World Cup. It's my blood. You know, you know.
I was just telling him about this too, like the ancestry. If you look at my ancestry, I'm literally North African. What else was it? Let me read it. I'm gonna read it.
Cameroon and
Cameroon, yeah.
Senegal and all this crazy shit.
I
Filipino, too.
Filipino, yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot be racist.
Like, and you know, like, it's just funny because like, I think we're on this side of cancel culture where like chill the fuck out, but it's still like still kind of exists,
Yeah.
you know. And I saw this thing yesterday, the Andrew Tate dude. Everybody
hates on him, and
But
I don't
he-
understand why. But because he's like one of the smartest
Yeah, dude, he's like I like
people out there.
I don't like his arrogance. I don't like his arrogance because he's like, but I get it though. Because you know what? Like I'm starting to actually have the same mindset and arrogance as him because I'm like, you know what? I said what the fuck I said. What are you gonna do about it?
Exactly.
You're gonna fucking cancel me? You know? And he's like, I'm gonna make money anyway, blah blah blah. Like my opinion is still gonna be my opinion, and I'm still pointing out the flaws in society, you know. And it doesn't take a smart man to understand. Like, I mean, we're complaining about everything, but yet, I mean, when we self-reflect, are we actually following what we think we're doing? Like, I mean, you know, like the people, like, you know, so like, okay, for instance, and I don't like really getting into like the politics and shit, but
I don't either.
when the whole like Black Lives Matter thing happened, right, with like that Floyd guy, they made it a racist thing. I was like, no, there's just a shitty person that fucking killed him, right? Then his blood report comes out. And it says he has fentanyl or whatever the fuck in his system. So that plays with your lungs. It plays with your breathing. So I'm like, okay, so yeah, this dude helped kill him. But also him being on drugs didn't help anything either. You know?
But if you tell people that, they're automatically gonna say like,
Yeah.
"What?"
Yeah, it's
They're
like,
just
well,
gonna hear one thing, but not
Yeah.
the other.
what? He's black. He did drugs, and a white guy killed him. So you're racist because you said he was on drugs.
Yeah.
All black people are on drugs. It's like, no, you're not getting what I'm saying. It's,
Exactly.
this dude also died of the things that he ingested before that interaction. So who's to say that he wasn't gonna die anyways?
I mean, it's unfortunate
know.
the way he went out. And,
it sucks,
I
honestly,
feel
because-
like it does suck.
I agree with the verdict on that. It's definitely that dude. I will call it murder too, because bro, like if a cop fucking put his knee on my neck, like I'm sorry, I'm resisting and I'm gonna try to.
Yeah,
fight
I'm
you.
gonna
Like,
resist because
like bro, that's my neck. Like you snap
Like,
that
I needed
motherfucker,
to
I'm
breathe,
done.
yeah.
Yeah, and if I can't breathe, I'm done. I mean, there's so many things that can go wrong. I mean, even in jiu-jitsu, bro. Like I mean, I can take your back, but I'm not gonna sit on your fucking head. You know, that's stupid. You know, but things like that, bro. Like the cancel culture part of it, you know, and I fucking hated that era. You know, and
Yeah.
I mean, it was still sticking around.
cancel
now-
culture's still trying to get with people right now too.
But they're trying to get celebrities, and I'm like, okay, cool. Because now it's not like, you know, like you or me. If we say something now, I think we can make it. You know? But I mean, obviously, like it's not who we are, you know. But it's like, again, with Hernandez saying this shit, and I'm like, okay, so what are you trying to say? I mean, like, am I a bad person for saying that these people need to do their due diligence and due process to get in the United States? Because that doesn't affect me.
yeah.
You know, if you're gonna clown me, make sure that you have some research or something that you can pull up and say that I said it. Because I will apologize for it, but I'm not gonna take it back. I can't take it back because I already said.
It's already
You
said,
know?
yeah.
So, but at the
Even
same-
if you say I'll take it back, it's still said.
yeah, you know, but the thing is like, you know, so many people are scared to speak their mind, you know, like, and matter of fact, and I'm gonna bring this up. So, today, I did an interview. I don't know if you remember last year. Well, actually, early this year, February 2022. I found this trailer on the internet. Oh, it was like a food truck trailer, right? And so I'm like, man,
Okay.
let me try to buy it so I can do my business out of it, right? Because I do catering right now, you know. So people hire me, and I'll go do crawfish and all this crazy shit, and I'll make pretty fucking decent money. But when I got it, I didn't know the person selling it to me was a scam artist. I didn't know that. And this is a true scam artist. So let me tell you, and it gets deep. So I did an interview today with this person, with this news station. Actually, it was a news station, and it was an investigative report. And I gave my deal, and she was like, "Thank you so much for not being scared to speak." So one of the things I told her, I said, you know what? I fear God only, and you know why? Because I think, in my opinion, He's the only one that can give me life and take my life away, right? Because I'm not gonna let no lady that's been scamming for the last 15 years.
It was a lady that
It was a
scammed
lady.
you.
It was a lady.
Oh man.
She's like 5 foot
Scammers
tall.
come in all shapes and sizes.
Bro,
now.
like, oh, I could post this shit, but you know what? It's an investigative report, so it's gonna be out very, very
Okay.
soon. And you know, I have all the evidence on my phone and shit, you know, from my thing. But she scammed hundreds of people, bro. Like
Oh.
from Oklahoma in 2014, they had a tornado that wiped like towns out, and she stole like $75,000 from a Vietnam veteran and all these people that lost their homes. And she took it and tried to cash it. And like one of the bank tellers is finally coming forward and like, hey, she tried to cash that money when she got it.
Damn.
You know, and so like right now her gig is like crawfish and shit. So like, you know, that's how I got involved, because I do crawfish.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought she was a cheap supplier, and first couple of exchanges were good. And I was like, all right, cool. So like I thought I had a new supplier friend.
Yeah.
So I started treating her as that, as a friend.
Yeah, like a friend.
Yeah, but she's a sociopath, so she blends in with whoever she speaks to.
Oh,
And so
shit.
I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, this old lady's cool as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Wrong. So I give her the money for this food truck.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, when I do that, it was a Tuesday, right? I think it was a Tuesday. It was early in the week, and I was like, hey, Thursday, I'm on my way to go pick it up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Blah blah blah. Right. So everything's good. All right. Hey, I'm ready for the address. You know, sending it to me. I sent that 9 o'clock the day before. I wake up, I call, go straight to voicemail. I was like, oh, okay.
Shit.
So I was like, you know, shit happens. She's busy. She's a supplier of crawfish,
Yeah.
whatever, right? Call her all day, nothing. I said, oh, okay. So now this is a different story. The second day goes by, nothing. So okay. So third day, I tagged all her fucking profiles and shit. It said this bitch fucking scammed me for X amount. It was only like $500,
yeah.
but it was
still-
still my 500
Yeah.
fucking bucks. And I mean, I would slap somebody for $5, you know, because like everything I work for, like, and of course, if you know, like when I ask for money from my friends, it's because I know I can pay it back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's always like whenever like I'm in a pinch, you know. And honestly, because of her, this year kind of like has made me be in a pinch, because that money was supposed to buy this deal and like propel me in my catering business into like a mini food truck,
Yeah.
right? So I could sell out of, and eventually I could get a better unit, sell that one, you know, use that money to go do whatever, you know, and just reinvest. Well, she took advantage. So I tagged her and she was like, "Oh, fuck you. Like, it was a non-refundable deposit. You didn't even fucking pay, blah, 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 this and that." I was like, I try to come in the morning to pick it up and I have messaging you. I have about 20 unread fucking like unresponded texts.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't tell me that you are trying to help me, because if I know I can't do something, it is not nothing but like, hey, look, give me 2 days. I still have your money. Haven't spent it. It's still in my account. Give me grace. I have something going on. All you have to do, right?
Right.
Hey, I have hemorrhoids. I can't sit on my ass, so I have to like, you know, sit at home. It could be anything.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a bitch. I'm a scammer. I'm gonna take your money. Just tell me something. Make sure I know where my money is going. She didn't even do that. She didn't even fucking confess she was a scammer. So I call her out and shit. Yeah, it is. And so I call her out, and dude, like I put her out. All my friends are like, what the fuck happened? So I'm sending everything. So I come with receipts, like I said earlier.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so I'm like, and they're like, what the fuck? So they, of course, they're like, you want me to message her? Da, da, da. And I was like, no, because if y'all go beat her up for me, I can get in trouble for that.
Yeah, of course.
And you know, so
it's all gonna come back to you.
yeah, and this was like week 1, so people were like fucking pissed. But then I had also like put out my Munchies business, which I have like I think 600 or 700 people that follow it. That's like I cook fucking good crawfish, and so I put it out there, and all these people were like, oh, you're trying to scam people, or you're trying to set up a scam, or like you're fake, this and that. So I was like, this bitch not only took money from me, but now she has my own community that I've lived in my whole life, thinking that I'm not even gonna open, that I'm just like pissing in the wind.
That's fucked up.
That hurt,
man.
bro.
That's fucked
Like
up.
that hurt.
That's messing with your money now.
Yeah, and so
Once
like
you start messing with other people's money, that's when it gets personal.
oh, dude, it got very
That's
personal.
when it gets personal.
So she thinks, because like one of the last things she said, she blocked me off Facebook and everything, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm gonna refund your money, this and that. I said, okay, well, I'll see it when it fucking happens. I'll call my bank, because I have Chase Bank, and they're really good about that. If I can prove that there's a scam, I'll give me my money back. It don't matter what it is. Like, they'll give me my money back, and then they'll back charge whoever. And so I did that. Well, then she refunds me 2 days later.
Yeah.
So it's already been a week and a half. So the principle of the matter is, no, I want my money I sent you.
Yeah.
I don't want my bank to give me fucking credit. I want you to send me my money back.
My money, yeah.
You know? So when she sent it, they already back charged her the same day that she fucking sent me the money.
Dang.
So I have $1,000.
$1,000, double that money.
And she was like, I need you to send me my money back. I was like, nah, fuck you. It was like, you want to be
Now you know how you feel.
I was
Now
like,
I know how I feel.
now I have your money.
Yeah.
And so now you can go fuck off. And this
Dang.
$500 that you just sent me, that's my money.
Yep.
I was like, so you can thank my bank for giving me my credit, but you owed that. I got it. Now I got your money too. And I told her, I was like, I'll go forward and tell people I took the money from you, because you took thousands from other people. And I just found out this week that you've scammed tornado victims.
Damn.
You scam nonprofits, people. And I'm not gonna say her name, because obviously, like, if I don't have like the direct details, so I can get
No,
sued
you
or
don't
whatever.
want- Yeah.
But like, she there was a toy drive for Christmas.
No.
Like apparently, and the story is this, and this is from victims and people in that area that are saying this, right? And then of course they told me, oh my god. So like these people, like, they gave her all these toys and shit like that. So she took that fucking toy trailer,
No.
went to Walmart, exchanged everything for
my
money, bro, and like literally only a handful of toys was given out. And then when they asked what happened to the toys, she was like, oh, I gave them out, and never answered for it and walked away.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And then there's another nonprofit apparently as well that she took so much money that the president is actually doing federal prison time.
Damn.
Yeah. So we're trying to get that lady released. We're trying to make sure I don't know if she did the time and got out already or what, but we're trying to basically like, yeah. Oh yeah. So like what we're trying to do is like, we're actually like, this is why I talked to that reporter, bro, because I don't believe in snitching, but
Yeah.
it's not snitching when you're trying to help other people, because there's career criminals, bro,
Yeah, for sure.
and that's a literal thing.
professional criminals. That's what
And
they're called.
this bitch, like, that's what she is, bro. And just because she's a woman, like, I'm not gonna treat her any different. A criminal is a criminal, and a thief is a thief. Like, no, you know. And so, like, all these people like are finally like speaking out and shit. And so now she's like super pissed, and she's putting like their mug shots and all this other crazy shit. And she's like, I'm gonna dig up everything, because apparently she has like a hookup where they can pull like all this information. And gosh, she's excited. And so like she could pull up all this information from people, and I'm like, okay, like I'm pretty sure I can go look up all the stuff. So some of these people have like DWIs, like 3 of them, and they have passed,
yeah, of course.
right? So I said, for me, all she's gonna find is I owe child support on a kid that I don't see because of their mother.
Yeah.
And speeding tickets and 1 PI. So I said, I have nothing to fucking hide. And even if she tries to make up a story on anything else, her credibility, when you got 50 to 100 people pointing their fingers and saying, hey, she's a scam artist, watch out for her, who are they gonna believe? One bitch saying something about me, or 50 people going against that one?
That's true.
Right? And so like the news reporters, she was like laughing and stuff, and I was like, dude, like, I'm so glad like you're helping us like get this chick. I was like, because honestly, if you have you ever watched that documentary on Netflix called Don't Fuck with Cats?
No.
Watch it, dude. Watch it. I'm telling you, like, find time and watch it. But basically, what it is, you go down the rabbit hole, and it starts with this guy. He makes these snuff films, like, you know, basically like amateur bullshit, but killing cats and tortures them.
Oh hell.
Right? So he posts one video, and so people are already outraged.
Yeah.
You know, makes a new account and shit, same guy. Kills a cat, whatever. But it's like 2 people in this deal, but they remember that the room is still the same, and they're on this dude just like we're on this lady.
Yeah.
You know, a year goes by, and he makes a video about killing somebody.
Yeah.
This is all in Canada, and you know, and then the people are in the U.S., like different parts, telling Canada, hey, you know, like
This
what we're
guy.
doing,
Yeah,
we're doing to this
This
bitch,
guy.
like that's what they're doing. Except, you know, she didn't murder anybody yet that I know of, and so in Canada, like they're trying to warn and stuff, and then they're like, hey, this person like murdered somebody. You should go look at this place, blah blah blah, right? So I think a neighbor or somebody found the body in the bag, and it smelled and stuff.
Oh.
And so like they found the body, and then all of a sudden, like, these people were able to track down everything that this person done, all these locations that they were posting, and
They found them.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
they ended up finding him, and all the guy wanted was the attention, because he
Of
started
course.
he started doing what she's doing to us now, and that was like coming at us and fucking with us, right? However, she's fucking with the ladies, not me.
Yeah.
But I think I truly think she's scared of me, because I've been
You've
on
been
her
more
fucking
vocal.
ass,
Yeah.
you know, and you know, so like she's trying to like intimidate these people, and I was like, bro, like, you ain't gonna intimidate me, man, like
I think she's seen that too.
yeah. And so like, but I'm still blocked on everything, so I'm like, fuck, you know, I wish I could see something, you know,
Right?
and
Make
so
a fake account.
I have a couple. I just don't go out my way to do it, because I'll get blocked as soon as I say something.
That's
But
true.
yeah, it was crazy, because like,
I'm gonna have to cut you short real soon because we're running out of time.
oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, so yeah, long story short, bro, like they ended up catching them and stuff, and that's like literally what we're doing here. So I was telling the news report, it's like, dude, like once we come out with this, like, let's have Netflix reach out to us. Because
Really?
like, no, I'm dead ass serious. I was like,
What?
this is a pitch, is like, because this lady has a specific name, and I can't really, like I said, I can't say it legally, because if she sees this,
Yeah, exactly.
she's gonna
You don't
know it's
wanna-
about
yeah.
her and blah blah blah. So like, I want to make sure that the report comes out beforehand, which everybody in the Houston area, if you watch KHOU and all that shit, you know, like it's gonna be on there. I mean, I don't know what the timetable is gonna be, because it's like a true investigative piece,
Yeah.
and it's actually gonna be us helping a couple of like the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get the FBI involved.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
it's big, bro. It's fucking big, bro. Like, I mean, but again, I was leading the charge because everybody was kind of like a little bit more quiet,
Yeah.
you know. And it's not. I'm not gonna say leading the charge. Like there's people that actually were leading it and like everything they were doing, but it's kind of like I'm like the motivator. Like I'm the one that's gonna step
Pushing
out
it,
first.
yeah.
I'm like, nah, fuck that. Like we got the opportunity now. Speak out, right? And be behind me because, you know, like I have nothing to fear. You know, I'll take, you know, the brunt,
Full,
whatever.
yeah.
You know,
The full credit.
yeah,
The full
exactly.
blow.
Exactly. So like, you know, when it comes down to like getting her, man, like I want to get her.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You wanted to pay off.
well, I was able to do like a couple catering gigs after that. So like I was actually able to get my credibility back as a business owner, you know? So that's why I'm just like oh my God. but that's why, like, you know, like that. So when she took the truck away from me, bro, like the trailer, bro, that was my dream. You don't fuck with my dream and you don't fuck with my money, bro.
Yeah, because she never gave me it.
Yeah, so she fucked with me, bro. She fucked with me super
true.
hard, man. I don't let that shit ride, you know.
That's true, man.
So, but yeah, that's the end of the story for that one. So I just, you know,
I do have to cut him short, you guys. I'm sorry because we're running out of time. I want to thank him for coming by, of course, because, man, it's always a good time. He always has a lot to talk about, so you already know it's going to be a good episode.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I do want to go ahead and promote my little cousin,
His
baby cousin, real
OnlyFans.
quick. Not my OnlyFans. As you can tell, like I mentioned before, my cousin got me a great quote from State Farm. I know insurance is skyrocketing right now, but you know, just shop around, do your research, hit up my cousin right here. She got me a great deal with State Farm, like I mentioned. And who knows? I told her I was going to do this for her, and I'm promoting her as much as I can. So go ahead and hit her a quote. You never know. You could be overpaying for car insurance. So hit her up. She might get you a great deal. Who knows?
this is paid advertising as well. So if y'all want to throw a check at our way, just write it out to Mark Rodriguez. for
Talk
200
about scammers.
for $211. I'm sorry, I just took that page out of her book. No, I'm kidding.
No, but
I'm kidding. It's not paid.
thank you guys so much for joining us. Our next episode will be next Tuesday. As you know, we will have the whole crew back. Rigo's coming back, Veronica's coming back, and Addie should be
Mark's coming back.
back next week as well.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Mark's gonna come back for sure. He's gonna come back on another episode. We'll talk about something different, of course.
Yeah. See, you can't you can't bring me for an emotional segment though, because now you'll be seeing like this happy-go-lucky guy be like, oh my God, I have problems. So
everybody has an emotional side.
yeah, right.
Yeah, next episode I think will be the last one that I do for the year.
Yep. So I will be here too. I have to be here before.
Who
the
knows?
year
Maybe I'll hit you guys up with another episode
ends.
before the year.
Don't watch the next episode if I'm not on it. I'm kidding. Support this guy. He's cool. He's great. He's awesome.
Thank you so much for joining us again. And please, like I mentioned, join us next Tuesday. Have a great time. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys. Well, I'll see you guys then.